other discovery. Okay, okay. Because diet matters in cannibalism. Are you trying to eat my hair? Oh, you can use my hair to keep warm. Yeah. You can like, I don't know, carry my head around on a pike. And then use it to like cover your shoulders. It's like, okay, it's definitely warmer if you guys have short hair. It's not gonna help against a lot of winds, but like, you know, it's gonna do something. I was just saying, like, if it came down to it, right? Like, someone has to sacrifice themselves. Not all at once, guys. But like, I think I don't want to suffer that long. And if anyone can find this pillow, please let me know. It could be the Martha Stewart one or the one that you linked. I have to like do a side by side and then go like buy it. If safe, if possible, if it was a good relationship. If it was a bad relationship, nah, do whatever. Freaking upper. Fireworks, I'm so down. So we go to like this like park. I don't know. I think it's like a playground or something. I don't know. I always have some weird stuff happening. So like we went to a playground, right? And like the guys were like setting up the fireworks and stuff, and I was like, ooh, right? So like you see like one like light up, and I was like, ooh. I was like, this is a video, ooh. And then all of a sudden you see like fireworks go all over. You see like sparks fly around the screen, and I was like, ah. You hear like someone, you're like, ah. You see like running, and then you'll see like a shaking camera because I think some of the fireworks weren't like pointed perfectly up. So I don't know. I don't think I captured everything on video, but some of the sparks were like ricocheting off those like the monkey bars and stuff like that. And I was just, I don't know. Still be friends with me. It was all hard. What do you mean by that? Like friendship stuff, or no more going? Yeah, and now we just don't go out. Now we just stay inside. But yeah, wow, college was crazy. College was one big social experiment, and this is why I do recommend college actually, because on your keyboard, dirt. Dirt. Dead skin cells. No, because I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't allowed to. Who chose it? I did. Yeah, don't dress in layers at these temps. I can't. I like, I also think I'm not very fashionable when it comes to understanding layers. I think I'm just meant to be naked. Like, I'm not even gonna, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Like, not meant to be. It's better if I wear less, because I don't know how to like wear clothes and make them look good. Does that make sense? Like, if you, I don't know. They unfortunately do not give they're not giving in pants. Does that make sense? Because the silhouette you want to look for the chic pants that I want is that it's like you got a tiny waist here, and then it kind of flows, right? But the thing is, they're so, like, my hips are so wide that it's not flowing out, it's a box. So I just look like this in a box, like this in a rectangle box, and then I look short and stumpy. Yeah. I don't have, it doesn't like, either I have to get like super wide leg pants, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got yeah, like a paintbrush. And it's not flattering. It just makes you look weird. It's not. Like I it needs to flare out more, or like, or I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's why we don't wear pants. That's why I wear skirts, because skirts is just streamlined.
Oh, okay. It's not connected to your...
No, that's just the TV. Yeah. And then I'll be blind.
Oh man, this is gonna be...
You are becoming my favorite person. Did you see her, like...
What?
What did you do? She was like...
No, Angela, I didn't even ask.
And I was like, what century are we living in right now?
No, because I swear,
really
like,
distracted.
don't they stay open when you open them? This closes automatically, right? Like...
Oh,
Did
no,
you...
it's because usually I hold it like that. That's why.
Meow, 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 meow. Hello? I don't, okay, did this work? I have not done this in so long. Hello? Hello? Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, how does this? Oh, thank you for the visa! Welcome for 87 ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, where's my... Thank you for the hype train, guys. Thank you for... Oh, wait. I don't know how this works. Yeah. Thank you, Golf. Thanks so much for the T3. Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back for 10 months. Oh, wait. This stuff... I'm trying to use my phone to read things, and I can't read. Thank you, Witty. Thank you, Jojo. Thanks, Hamlet. Thanks, Exes. Thanks, Katsu. Thanks, Akali. Thanks, Marquis. Welcome back, y'all. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, guys. I feel like I lived 5 lifetimes since I've last seen you guys. I don't even know where to begin. As you can see, I'm somewhere. What is this new backdrop? It's a new place. No, it's not really a new place, actually. Calvin, thank you so much for the T3. Welcome back. Thank you. And we have alerts. Well, I think the alerts are always here, right? Thank you guys so much for coming back. Thank you guys so much for the support. Did I say thank you to everyone who subscribed? I appreciate it. Yeah, my gosh. I don't know where to begin. I'm chilling. How are you guys? Well, I've had a rough few days. Rough few weeks that turned into, I don't even know, like a month, I would say. I've 5 lifetimes. I feel like I've aged so much from whatever the heck I was going through in like the past month or so. But let me tell you guys, I feel like this year, right? For some reason, this year is like, whenever I've tried to push for something, I think generally I make it happen, or like we somehow make it. Sometimes it'll take us a little longer. Sometimes, we don't do it in the best way or whichever, but somehow I think, guys, we always end up making it. I would say this year, for some reason, no matter how many ways I've tried to hack it and like how many things I've tried to do behind the scenes, I have not been making it. I don't know what it is about this year, but like no matter how long or little I've prepared for something, it's just not working. I don't even know what it is. So I'll give you a little bit. Right now, I don't have an apartment. I don't have an apartment. I moved out, but luckily, so my lease actually already ended. But I was like, okay, leasing office, please, like, I just need a little extra time to just like clean things up and whatever. And they were actually really chill. So they gave me just like an extension. I don't know if I have to pay like prorated rate or whatever, but I've been sleeping on the floor. I've been sleeping on the floor, and you know, sometimes we just need a little bit of life to humble us. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? It's the floor, but we're not on the streets. Was that a bug? Yeah, it was just like very, things were just like super. No, I actually did get a U-Haul. Okay, but also, if I'm ever delusional, if I'm ever delusional and saying I can totally move everything by myself, slap me. Like, I don't know why. I was just like, listen, I don't know exactly. I really thought I would have an apartment, but I was very torn between places, I guess. Like, I don't know. The apartment hunting in LA was something special. I think it was very, very hard to find something that I wanted with like the kitchen, if that makes sense. And everything was either like really out of my budget, or there's like roaches, and I'm like, I don't know, or it's like not that safe. I don't know. So I been feeling like I'm like missing out on certain places or whichever. So I was like, all right, let me just like pop things in a storage place for a bit. Anyway, but I really thought I could move everything. I'm never doing that again, because like after I started, I realized, I was like, I think this is gonna take a long time. But you know how like you already started and you're already like so committed that it's like not even worth it. You just might as well just keep going. So I had maybe like a few sleepless nights of just like moving stuff back and forth. Yeah. I did have like some friends like pop in and help me, but like I felt really bad too. So like I had help with like the really big stuff, but then after the big stuff was gone, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like solo all the small things, which is why I didn't have my bed, like most of my furniture. And I was also trying to sell stuff. And like people are so annoying when you try to sell things, because they'll commit to something, they'll change it up, or they'll say they'll come at a certain time and they don't come at a certain time. And they're like, wait, I need to come next week or this week. I'm like, yeah. And I was just like, I thought I was doing everything to prepare, because I started like paring down really early. Yeah, I was like starting to pare down really early. I was like, I made some great sales actually. I made some really great sales, some pretty easy transactions, some slightly sketchy transactions. And now I'm thinking like, maybe I don't want to do that ever again. Yeah, I thought it would be like not bad. Like I'm not trying to sell at market cost. I'm just like trying to get rid of stuff. I donated a lot of things. I threw out a lot of stuff. So I thought I was decently on top of it, but as I was like unraveling my whole apartment, all the things that are like coming out of drawers, my apartment was just like a whole mess, which made me not live comfortably for like the past month, because I've been cleaning. Once again in person. Yeah, it was just like a lot. And like I actually like haven't had a routine in a while, just because yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'll be here at this time, and then they wouldn't show up for like 2 hours. Sketchier, oh my God, yes, I'm pretty sure. So like I was like giving stuff away for free. I was just like, hey, like whoever needs it, like it's not, I don't know, whoever wants it, right? But I think sometimes you attract a very different crowd when you say free. And I learned that the hard way. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, and I thought I was just like, oh, hey, like it's free for all, just go ahead, like just let me know when you're here and just take it, right? Like no problemo. But like oh my God, I don't know. I was like, I thought like, you know, donating clothes and stuff like that, right? Because I feel like some stuff a lot of places won't take. Like women's shelters wouldn't take some things. They're really strict. They're like, oh, we don't need that product. I was like, okay, but it's like new, it's sealed. So I'm like, just, you know. But let me tell you, one night, like someone messaged me, I was like giving a lot of stuff away. You're like, oh, this is all free? I was like, yeah, it's all free. Just like, let me know your ETA and like, just make sure you pick it up by today, right? And this lady, people use like not their real name sometimes, so I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl or whomever. They're like, yeah, I'll be here. I'm like taking like public transportation somehow, like doing a bunch of stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this is a lot of stuff. I'm giving away like 3 large trash bags of things. I was like, oh, you know what? Not my problem. I'm sure they got it handled, right? So they're like, yeah. And then they're like, oh, something happened. Like someone just like threw themselves on the trash. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know. It was like bus or train, whatever they're doing. And then I think they had to take multiple things, right? And then they ended up being like supposedly at my, like walking to my cross section or wherever. Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, like they're like, oh, I'm at this place. I'm like, oh, you're on the wrong side of the street, but just cross the street and I'll like come out with my stuff, right? I was like, I'll come out with my stuff. And then I was like waiting at the street corner, and by this time this person was so late, it was nighttime. It was nighttime. Hi, Verid. I'm chilling. I'm okay. I think I've learned a few lessons since my time away. And so I'm just like, oh my God. Okay. And then this person would like answer sporadically. I was like, okay, maybe it's a signal thing, whatever, sure. And then I'm like waiting there, right? And I'm just like, huh. Like no one's like, I messaged them like, hey, I'm outside, like, hello, you know? Yeah, so I'm waiting there, and it's starting to get a little sketchy. So I'm just like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait inside or something for a bit. And as I'm doing this, like, I guess, I don't remember, this might have been a weekend or something because people were partying. So there's like this group of, people, like this girl, she just like threw up on the street. And I was like, oh. And so there was like all this chaos happening around me. And then like her like, 2 friends were like trying to comfort her, be like, oh my God, it's like, no, I'm gonna like make it back to my place. It's like, I'm so sorry to ruin your night. I'm just like throwing up. And they're like, no, you're great, stop, it's okay, like you're fine. I'm like watching this with like my cart full of stuff, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna scoot around your pile of vomit here. And then, so I was like, huh. And so I was like watching them do their thing, and she's like, I just broke up, and like what if no one ever likes me again? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, girl, it's not worth it. Like, I was like, in my mind, I was like, it's not worth it, it's totally fine. It's gonna be fine. And their friends were like, no, like you're so pretty, like you're gonna, like this person, the guys was like, I've seen so many people in my lifetime. I've met so many like talent and stuff like that, and you're like so much more beautiful and everything. And I was like, yeah, you tell her. Yeah, you tell her, right? So I don't know, there's like a lot of craziness happening, and in the meantime, I'm just like standing there with my cart full of stuff. Dragon, thanks so much for T3, welcome back. Yeah, but no, it's okay. Like I feel like she might have been young, because I feel like she was just sad. She's like, I just broke up. Sucks. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. And no, I was chilling, and I was like, I don't know, I ain't never crying over a man. But anyway, so anyway, that was happening. And then I felt bad, right? So I went back to my place, and I gave her some liquid. I pulled out some water bottles, and I pulled out some liquid IV. And I'm like wheeling all of myself back to my apartment, right? And then, oh my God, and then that's when I finally get a message on the app, right? And the person's like, hey, where are you? Like, I was like, hey, like, I don't know where you are, but I didn't see you outside. So, and the person's like, they were like, oh, like, well, do you still want to do this? Because I feel like kind of stupid right now. Ghost, thanks for the teeth, you're welcome back. And then, yeah, so I was like, sure, like it's not a problem. I didn't see you, right? Like, I don't know, like this person did not respond for over 20 something minutes. So in this whole time, I'm watching this like girl unravel in front of me, because I was like, maybe I'll wait a little bit. And I'm just like watching her just like roll around. Anyway, give him water, give him whatever. Then I had a whole time to like take myself back, take myself out again. And then I went to the streets again, and there this lady was, right? And she had like the little scooter with her and stuff like that. And then she's like, oh, hey, yeah, sorry. Like I really thought, yeah, I guess like I was at the wrong spot. I was like, I think I mentioned that in the message that you were at the wrong spot and whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm like sorry, like this is a little embarrassing to admit, but like I don't actually have like a data on my phone plan, so I have to like connect to like random public Wi-Fi. And I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh yeah, and then yeah, and then you can tell that she was like on something. I don't know what, like, but she was like very like I don't know how to describe it, but like I was just like hearing her talk and like whichever. I was like, yeah, I lived a whole sitcom. I was like, I can't believe this is happening right in front of me. Like, I'm not even touching grass, guys. Like, I'm just trying to sell my stuff and give away. I'm not even really leaving my apartment premises that much. And then I'm just like watching so many things unravel around me. The minute I step outside, like, the minute I step outside. So she's like telling me, she's like, yeah, sorry to admit, like blah blah, and like I was like, oh no, I'm glad this worked out. Like, you're okay? She's like, yeah, I have this like backpack. It's like a construction worker's backpack, and like you can like wrap it. I was like, oh, because she was gonna like tape everything down to her scooter. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And like while she's doing it, she's like telling me about all this stuff, right? And she's like, oh yeah, but like what about you? Like, why are you giving away all this stuff? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm like moving, you know, just figuring things out. She's like, oh, like where are you moving to? I was like, I don't know yet, actually. I'm actually not too sure. I don't really have a place or anything. She's like, oh, I know what that feels like. And I was like, oh. And she's like, oh, I know what that feels like. Yeah, if you ever need help, you can come stay with me. And I was like, she's like, yeah, like I have an extra room. Like I have my daughter there, but you know, an extra room and stuff. And I was like, oh, no, I didn't. I was like, oh no, I'm okay. I just mean like, I didn't know what to say at the moment. I was like, I'm just finding myself. Like, I was like, oh no, it's not like that. It's not like that. Like I'm not on the streets. I just meant like I'm just. I was like, oh, this sounds so privileged. Like, I was like, oh man, I'm just finding myself. I don't know. And then she's like, yeah, but you just gotta be careful. Like, if you need any resources, like I could tell you about them. Like, I have all these like if you need like government resources, stuff like that, right? And then yeah, and she's like, oh, I was like, oh, okay, no, thank you. Like, thank you for offering and stuff. I was like, and I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm like okay for now. And she was like looking through my stuff. She's like, wow, is any of this? I was like, oh yeah, just be careful. There's like candles. And she's like, oh my god, candles! And she's like, wow, it's a candle. I was like, yeah, you know, it's just candles and stuff. It's just not much. Just like extra things that I just need to get rid of and everything. Yeah, I don't know. So I was like, okay. And then she was like telling me about like she's like, yeah, some places I've lived at, they had like bed bugs, and then she's like bed bugs, they come in bites of 3s, and I was like, oh, bed bugs. And I was like, oh, what is it like? And yeah, she's like, oh yeah, just talking about it makes me feel itchy. I was like, I feel itchy too. Yes. Because I was like, oh, you know, I slowly started stepping. I was like, oh, bed bugs. Yeah. Oh, bed bugs. Yes. Yeah. So I like kind of. I was just like, yeah, bed bugs really suck. Like, I think, I hear they're like really, really hard to get rid of and stuff. Yep. So anyway, that happened. And I was like, perhaps, you know, everything in life is okay. Yeah. And then I just like felt so bad because I just felt so bad because she really thought I was just on the streets, which I technically will be soon. Yeah. I technically will be soon, and yeah. As a TV writer, I don't know what to make out of this. I don't know if it's like my story to tell, really, but this just happened within the span of like, I don't know. Then you see, well, I felt bad because she was like moving all the stuff, right? And I just like didn't know if I should help her or anything, and she kept talking to me, and then she was like talking about like she was talking about like politics all of a sudden, and I was like, oh hi, I don't know what to say, I don't know. And then I think, yeah, I was just like, yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but you know, it's fine. Like luckily I still, you know, I have still my parents. She's like, oh, I don't have my parents. I was like, oh yeah, that's hard. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, but like now I'm just like, I don't know. I want to give away free stuff, but maybe I shouldn't give away free stuff. But I would say kind of dealing this was like yeah, I'm actually housing someone right now. No, I'm kidding, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I felt really bad, so I was like, well, you know, my space. So, you know, one thing led to another, right? One thing led to another. And yeah, so here we are now. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, anyway. What? You gotta do some nice, but anyway, this is the last day you'll see me here. It was really rough, like moving things for the it was nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess it gave me perspective, and I was just like, maybe I should no longer cheap out on moving. I over the years, I think you guys have known, I've had the craziest, like the craziest moving stories, and I feel like I have learned a lot of lessons with moving, and yeah. But for some reason this time, this move was so much harder, even though I tried to do so much. And I think here's what it is, guys. I have too much stuff. At this point, being a streamer, like no matter how many times I've like parsed down and gotten rid of stuff, over the years, we have just accumulated too many things. It's impossible. Like at this point, I think I need to hire full service movers because I'm like, oh, I live in a studio apartment. I've always lived in like 1-bedroom studio apartments like that, right? I've always been able to pack up my stuff really well. I know what to get. I know what packing supplies. I'm very aware of like how to contain things, right? I was just like, I know. And like, I'm never using pods again. I'm never doing that. And I was like, this should be easy. Like, I have time, I get a storage place, I can like slowly move some things over, which I had issues with the storage place too, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I reserved a storage spot just in case because you don't have to pay yet, but like I wanted to lock in the price. Apparently they gave it away. And summer pricing gets really, really, really expensive. So I had to like scramble. Did give the place more? Yeah, I think my biggest thing is the couch. I love my couch actually, but I realize I think for apartment living, I should not have a couch. Yeah, no, at this point, I think I need like 4 people. But anyway, no, but there's like issues because like the outside didn't, like I didn't check the place out beforehand because I didn't go, but then when I was there, I was like, It made me feel a little bit, yeah, you know, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna find someplace else. So that kind of had to change my logistics. No, like for storage, like, yeah, I think I had to like change my logistics a bit because I was like, if I'm gonna leave my stuff and figure things out, then I would like my stuff to still be there after I wasted so much of my time packing things. Yeah, I'm back with the milk. Yeah. Or Claude are moving. They are happy. I don't know, Scotty. We don't know where we're gonna be. So, but the same I was supposed to play I was supposed to play a prank on you guys because I was gonna like show like, guys, let's have a tour of my apartment before before I leave, and then you guys would be like, is that someone on the floor? And I'd be like, what are you guys talking about? But it's kind of ruined because first I just fell asleep. It's supposed to be. Yeah, because there's Well, anyway, do you guys want to wait? Let's just run it anyway. Let's just run it. Let's just run it. Hey guys, it's an end of an era, and I think we should do an apartment tour. Oh, you guys want to see my apartment that I'm moving out of? Come on, yeah. Let me just. Oh yeah. So this is like the layout. It's so empty. This is where the magic happens. This is where. Oh, that's crazy. And then what? Oh my god, yeah. And then blah 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 blah. But yeah, I spackled I spackled the walls myself. Hey, John, thanks so much for the GD. Welcome back. And then yeah, we would walk along this way. There's a bathroom. That's chat. Hello. And then yeah, and then I got this 3-in-1. No, this is the old one actually. This is the layout. This is your view. Wanders, thanks so much. This is where the desk was. Yeah, the lighting is actually pretty nice. And then that's a bathroom, which you guys don't usually see. And then this way is like the kitchen. Yep. And so, 3-in-1. Oh, I'll show you guys. This is it. It's like the spackle comes out here. You have the little here, and then the. I had to literally, I couldn't rotate my desk or my screen. I had to like pull, because the kitchen's really small. So it's like the galley kitchen. And I learned from my mistake here, because I've never had, when I first saw this space, it looks really great. Like it's very spacious, it's really open because it's a studio. But the kitchen is so small. It's so small. So I had to buy a kitchen island, but then it made streaming a lot harder. So this time around, when I was apartment hunting, my #1 priority, other than like obviously having a washer dryer in unit, which is also kind of hard to find at a reasonable price, and parking at a reasonable price, yeah, was not an along the wall kitchen, because we just did not have enough space. I think I like cooking too much to just have this like along, but in LA, I keep telling you guys, it's really hard to find islands and like standalone islands by them, or the ones that kind of have like more of like a U shape. Those apartments tend to be very expensive just because they're in like nicer ones and they have bigger square footage. I don't need all that. I just really need the kitchen. Oh, thanks for the sub. Yeah, so I made it my priority. I really tried to search for that was like within budget, but all the ones I found were either in not so great areas, or like didn't have parking, or like didn't have washer dryer, or like were dirty, or that had like roaches, or they're expensive. Like I was like, okay, should I just do my best and pay more for a place? I don't know. In LA now? Oh yeah, I mean, I've been in LA for the past 2 years along the kitchen wall. They have islands there. Yeah, so that was like something I've been like a little bit trapped on. And I feel like I'm being like Goldilocks, where I'm trying to find the perfect place, because I had my heart really, like I started super early in apartment hunting. I had my heart set on like finding the perfect place in budget and stuff like that. It's proven to be a lot harder when you are living alone. A lot of 2 bedrooms have it. 1 bedroom is a bit harder, but I don't have a roommate. I don't have a roommate, so yeah. I realized a lot of LA too. Like, let me tell you all my LA knowledge if you guys ever plan on moving to LA. Thanks for the sub. If you don't find a place by a certain time. My parents are like, come by, you know? Like, a lot of my friends were like, if you need a couch to crash on, because like, I think some of my friends are like, where are you? Like, what have you been doing? You haven't streamed. I was like, they're like, are you alive? I'm like, and they're like, yeah, you can always like crash on our couch or whichever, just like come over. And I was like, guys, what if I never leave your couch, you know? What if I never, yeah, and then like, even my parents are like, yeah, you can like come home and stuff like that. I thought, no, this was not, yeah, I've not been on vacation. I've been hunting, because like I think I just really wanted a place to almost, not like call forever, but call for a longer period of time. I don't want to move every year anymore. I just want, if I had my ideal layout and whichever, I think I would probably stay for maybe 2-3 years at least, but it's been really hard. It's been, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit more like nesty, I guess, if that makes sense. But from what I've seen, I guess maybe I can't nest yet. We gotta make more money, guys. We gotta make more money. And I'm never doing this again. Yeah, well, yeah. I was on my floor for sure. I did. Oh yeah, I definitely opened up League to avoid my problems for a bit. Never say never. How valuable home is. I think it doesn't have to be like a house. I think it just has to be like a place where I can just not have to move. Yeah, and then I think it's also kind of scary to commit to a place and not know if it's like a good place. Like, I feel like it's really easy to find problems within a year of like moving in. So I've always liked the idea of like renting for a year, because in case it's bad, right? In case it's bad, I have an out. Yeah, just like to really just grind my content and not have to do this, because I have not had a consistent schedule whatsoever of just like going to the gym, just doing anything. Because I sold some stuff, like one of my first things I sold was like my kitchen island. So my whole kitchen was just all my pots and pans. That was like the only storage space I had. And so like the more I started like selling things, like I sold my shelves, I sold like a bunch of other things. So all of everything that was like storing and like organized in all of my shelves and things. You're going through this right now. Are you moving, Scotty? You like found a really good kitchen? Yeah, see, I think that's what it is. Like, you have to find a good landlord, and you have to find like someone who's like willing to just yeah, like I want to find that too. Like, I want to find a place with like a good area that's safe, that's like nice and convenient if I have to like get anything, and then a nice landlord that's not going to jack up my rent every single year. Yeah, so then I'm a great tenant. I'm very clean. I think I'm actually cleaner than perhaps the 90th percentile of clean. Decide to renew your lease? Or move for the end of June? Have you apartment hunted, Scotty? I understand the pain. New York is also not the easiest place to move around. It's not. Would you move to the OC? I don't really know OC that well. I've only been there maybe like a handful of times. I don't know the neighborhoods there. It's really expensive. Yeah, I mean, you can find cheap places if you don't need parking and you don't need washer dryer, if you don't really care about the neighborhood. There's like some pretty good deals for the square footage. It's just weird. Like, a lot of LA housing is older because LA has been around for a while. And so a lot of things are like, the layouts give me such a headache. Like, I think what they do for these like 1-bedroom things is they actually fit like 2 or 3 people in a 1-bedroom, because the bedroom is like, they have no closet space. I don't know why. There's like no closet or storage space. You just have a gigantic, all your square footage is in the living room. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with a gigantic living room? So on paper, it's like great. And you have like this teeny tiny bathroom with a teeny tiny counter. And I'm just like, okay. It just doesn't make sense. Like I'm just like, where am I supposed to put all of my 90 million clothes? By housing layouts, yeah, I think I'm just so picky now. Well, I think I would be less picky if I didn't stream. If I didn't have to like have my camera set up in a certain way. So I was like, why do they not build closets here? And then like that's like the one of the few things I noticed, like they don't even in their like entryways and stuff, a lot of places don't even have coat closets. So I realized a lot of people, like even on Facebook Marketplace, you know what they sell? Closets. They sell like those built-in closet, like portable closet things. And I'm like, do they just not think of building it into your apartment? Because if you're living in an apartment and you're renting, who is trying to build, like those things are heavy and really, really annoying. You know? Yeah, like those wardrobe things, and like those are gigantic. And I was like, do I have to do that too? It doesn't make sense. I was like, who designed this? Who thought this was a good idea? Who really? Yeah, it's been a while for sure. But I don't know. I think yeah, so the square footage is huge, but it's like not ideal. I don't know why. Is that what it is? I'm just like really confused by that, because I was like, oh wow, this is like not that bad. But honestly, they're all pretty bad. Just have I guess. But I don't really like having my stuff just exposed. Do you guys? That's what I'm saying. If anyone else is also in LA, it's just the layout is just so weird. And I think it's really tough like if you're 1-bedroom. If it's like 2 bedrooms, it's fine. Like you have more options, but I'm like, I'm not trying to, that's like too much. Yeah, exactly. So I would have to almost like figure out, I have to like build my own storage space. And I don't know. So I'm weighing my options. I'm like thinking like, do I commit to one of those places and then build after being so traumatized by trying to sell all of my furniture and stuff? Yeah. Welcome to LA. Thank you. I mean, my current closet's not that bad. It's actually, I don't like where it is, but it's actually not that bad. I could actually store most things in it. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this is just horrible. But I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna get movers. I think I do this thing where I keep all of my boxes because I know how to Tetris things really well. So all of my glassware, my really nice like ceramics and stuff like that, I keep it so because it's like perfectly fit and perfectly cushioned in the boxes that they belong in. And then I just Tetris those things. Don't buy furniture, yeah. This is why I'm like hesitant, because like if I have to get closets, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I would cry. like if I have to get rid of the closets, I think I'm just gonna cry. I think I'm just gonna throw it away. I don't know. Like it's not even worth dealing with people to buy stuff. Like there's so many people who like commit and then don't commit. With like an extra dresser built after the house. With like an extra dresser built after the house halfway into the door. Yeah. Team for $50 a piece. I wouldn't mind. It just has to fit. Soon we'll all be crying. So that's just the moving arc. Yeah. Previously, I've had so many things happen. I don't even remember everything that's happened. I was remembering things. I was like, oh, this is a story that I need to tell stream. But then I just got so caught up with everything. So I don't even know. I actually have that nuclear. I have that, but now I'm looking at all these places, right? I have all of my bins labeled, color coded. Like, I know how to move. I'm not even joking. I have like all these bins with my kitchen stuff that have all of it, like I have that. But here's the issue. In LA, if you don't have closet space, which is kind of the issue now, I don't even have a place to stack my bins. That's how small the closets are. I'm not even joking. Like, one place didn't even have any built-in closet. It was crazy.
Glad to see you back, Christy.
Thank you. Thanks for the sub. Thank you. So I have that. I reuse them every year for the most part. And I don't know. I fit pretty much all my stuff in there, minus my furniture. It was centered around the closet meta. I've never not had a closet. I've never not had like a pretty deep closet, except Vegas. But Vegas, you know, my roommates, we had a garage. So I kept my bins in the garage. Didn't stream for it. Yeah, they wouldn't really, I mean, I wish they would deport me. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. But like, you know, deport me to a nice tropical island with no stuff. Rolling racks. They have a lot of these like portable closets, or they will buy, like, you know, IKEA has these like wardrobe things where you can customize it so you can have like different things. And none of them had a coat closet, right, Chris? I've never seen something like this. Is weird. So people just not. Do you guys just not wear clothes? I'm down with that, but like, do people not wear clothes? I don't get it. To a different state, I know, but I feel like I just got to LA. I mean, it's been 2 years, but yeah, this time, like, I had way more time to look, so I really, really tried to search for a place with storage and a kitchen and a washer and dryer and no roaches. There are a lot of roaches. There's like a lot of roaches out there. I saw this place, so cute. I was like, oh my God, I think this could be it. And then I went to the lobby, roaches, like crawling on the wall. And I was like, it's a sign. Roaches during the daytime, terrible. That means there's 100%, and that's why the price was so good. Those IKEA those are heavy, right? Like, I'm thinking about if I should try to buy them secondhand, because it doesn't seem like my closet options are looking too great, guys. Did have coat closets? Oh, but LA does get chilly though. Like, LA's not like super warm. The cold, it still gets cold here. Not like Chicago cold, but like still cold. Yeah, the roaches can be on the outside, not the inside. Within like 2 moves. Yeah, my idea is like I would get it temporarily and then sell them again, or get rid of them. I don't know. I would love a walk-in closet. I think if I had a walk-in closet, I think I could do it. No, the roach, like, I would be screaming. So there's this other place I thought was also promising, and I was asking him, I was like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I'm just afraid of like bugs. Guys, I've even considered places with no elevators. Because LA has like very diverse places. There's like a lot of places that are really cute, like more homey looking, no elevators, right? And then I was like, I could do this. Delusional. I could do this. But you know, people say it's character. I was like, I could do this. But I'm afraid of bugs, right? So when things are close to the ground, you know there's like more bugs, right? So I saw this place. I was like, doable within budget. Like, yeah, if you want, like, we can like do like a deal, you know? And I was like, ooh, under the table deals. I like that. And then I was like, oh, we walked to the parking place. Right at the entrance of the parking garage, a gigantic roach. It was dead. It's like someone stepped on it, right? Someone stepped on it. But I saw that and I was like, oh man. Do I want to be scared every single time I'm going to my car? I don't know. It did seem really clean on the inside. Like it did seem pretty clean. Like it seemed pretty quiet. And then I saw this big at the entrance. I was like, can I do this? Am I being too picky? Like it's on the outside. I just have to just like jump over it, you know? like just run, just like jump over it, and then just close my eyes. I don't know. Are there the flying ones here? I've definitely seen the flying ones in Atlanta for sure. Just I was like, it's dead, but and he's like, and yeah, literally, there's no way because I was touring with the leasing agent. There's no way this leasing agent told me to my face. I was like, yeah, did this the previous tenant ever have like any issues with bugs? And he's like, no, absolutely not. It's totally great. And then we go down and I see that. I go down to the parking garage and I was like, yeah. It's favorite the best. They all fly, great. I don't know. Like I know there's roaches out there. I know, but I will do anything to avoid it. Like first floor places or like just anything lower would be bad. So I have to go like higher up. Inside with bugs. Yeah. So I'm stuck. Like I'm just like maybe I'm just too picky and I have to deal with one thing. Bugs, a non-ideal layout, or really expensive rent, something like that. You're just so smart. Let me see. I'm trying to think of like what has happened. Can you guys tell me what's been going on? I've missed so much, guys. I missed my partnerversary. I heard that people went to Coachella. I didn't go to Coachella. I was here. EDC is coming up. Yeah. Oh, actually going back. So something that I was kind of reiterating for this year is like, for some reason, my timing has been awful. Like my lease ending at this date was like kind of bad. I have to register my car, like to renew my tag for my car. And like this chaos of just like not being able to really find a place kind of put me in limbo. I don't know. I can't even handle. I'm so tired still. Like my brain has not been able to focus in so long. Ivy plants are lots of wood bark on the ground. Ooh. How much did they jack up the rent? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think my building is getting a little bit like run down. I don't know if that makes sense. Like my building has been getting a little bit more run down because I've just been starting to notice a little bit more trash, a little bit more whichever, right? So they kept my rent the same, but I think I can't do this kitchen anymore. So I really wanted to just get a bigger kitchen and I thought I could find it pretty easily. So I said no to renewing because I think they jacked up my price last time and it was already too expensive for this space. Like the price I'm paying for this space, I can definitely find like a 1-bedroom for the same price. So it's not worth it for me to renew. However, the 1-bedroom with the ideal layout that I want is a little bit harder. So 1-bedroom, easy. 1-bedroom with my layout, less easy. Yeah. So I think, I don't even know. Just more roaches? I don't know about that. Thanks for the sub. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's another thing that happened, Witty. So while I was apartment hunting, right? I would sometimes, apartment hunting, let me tell you also about apartment hunting in LA. I had a whole Excel spreadsheet. I can't show you guys because obviously it has like names of things or whichever. Excel spreadsheets, right? I did so many research. I was very open to a lot of different neighborhoods. So I wrote, like, I was on every single site possible, wrote it down, had the square footage down, the pricing down, like if they listed an exact unit I could look at, I was like, I had the unit number on there. I've got their phone numbers on there. Yeah, because like I was looking, I maybe looked at over probably like 40 apartments, like 30 to 40 apartments, right? But some places like I went to, I literally drove there. Tobu, thanks so much. Titi, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. We have to find a place? No. Yeah, so I went out and some places I saw like on the streets. As I drove up, right, there was just like tents there right out in front. Tents there, and then this guy was just laying on a mattress. But also a lot of places, they don't pick up. So what I would do is like, I would try to like book an appointment or like, you know, schedule a tour or whichever. A lot of people have like automated messaging, so you just kind of have to go and see if someone's there. And then when you get to the apartment place, sometimes they'll have a different number to a specific agent that can help you or whichever. And then you call that number and they're like, oh, we actually leased this out, so it's not even there. So a lot of places got leased out. Anything that was like really good within the first 2 days that I even got to like call them or like try to tour, taken. Other stuff, like here and there, I was like, oh, it's not like ideal, it's kind of whatever. No, it's in a storage unit. Yeah, it's in a storage unit. Yeah. Was as a renter house, it's probably too expensive, probably. Hi Dagny, hello. Heard EDC, are you going? I'm not going this year. But yeah, like there's just some things. In some places I saw, you know, great, like whatever. Or some people just didn't care, and like you ever just get bad vibes. Like everything seems fine on the surface, but you just get bad vibes about the people. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't trust it, I know, but then it just gets really hard because everything I want, I don't know. Everything I want in my budget snatched immediately because obviously my budget's pretty low. So if it's good, it's fast, it's taken. And that's what I mean with my timing. I don't know what it is because I feel like I started really early in looking, but I just got really unlucky with timing with everything. And even with like my trips this year, like even with like my Asia trip this year, with the whole like going to Asia during Chinese New Year kind of was a bit of a hot mess. And like my visa not getting approved was like a hot mess. Oh, and while I was touring apartments, so like one day I toured like 7 places, I think. I was like driving all around. I was everywhere. Maybe took a car here and there. I lost my ID somewhere along the way. I don't know where, because I was like apartment hunting for a few days. I dropped my ID. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like trying to backtrack. I'm calling these places. I'm like messaging different like places, like, hey, have you seen like my ID or whichever? And it's so bad because my ID is still located to Vegas. I never changed my driver's license over to LA. And so now I have to renew my car back in Vegas, right? And so then I was like, okay, I have to figure this out. I need to like, and I have to leave this place. So somewhere along the line, I was like, okay, I don't know how long the DMV is gonna take, but luckily got that solved too. Yeah. On top of that, like my passport is going to expire soon. So I have to deal with that too. So then I just feel like there's a bit of stuff going on for sure. Oh yeah, so I also did a small side quest. And I went to see Elenium. You guys probably didn't even know because I never posted. I've been like not on social media at all. I've been like in a hiatus. I haven't looked at anything. So I went to see Elenium maybe in April, and that was a whole adventure in and of itself. Okay, yeah, I went last minute. And your passenger, go get it renewed. It's like it takes so long too. So I think my stress is that I would have to mail it somewhere, and they take a while because like you have to wait. And I don't have an address right now. So I guess if I did want to travel, like I still have a little bit of time, but like you know how you need to have like 6 months before like if you want to travel internationally, I think some countries require 6 months. I don't know which ones, but some are like 1 month, 3 months, but some are like 6 months. So you always want to renew it before it expires. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was pretty easy. Yeah, my issue isn't the renewing part, it's the oh my god, but I got my picture taken and it's so ugly. I don't have it with me. So I did get new passport pictures and I was like, and this guy, like I swear it's like it looked so bad. And I was like, oh, I don't feel like it looks like me. And it's like and he was like, it's you. And I was like, oh god, I look awful. But it just makes you look so big. I don't know. And like it was so, he used like really bright flash, which makes sense because you want your background to be like super white, right? But like I have, my features are gone, all right? Like I just look like I have black beady eyes and tiny eyebrows, and that's it. That's it. Like that, you don't see any, like my nose is just, I'm not paying that guy, whatever. And then I'm just like, I mean, it's just a passport photo. Passport photos are always generally pretty bad. But next time I'm just like, should I retake it? But I'm gonna put so much makeup on. I'm gonna draw in my face. I didn't send it in yet. I don't have it on me because I packed it away, but thank you, thanks for the sub. I know, but it was like so awful. I was like, oh man, am I even gonna pass security looking like that? I don't know. And he's like, I took this picture with a $3,000 lens. It's not distorted. And I was like, okay. Because it looks, I feel like the focal point, depending on what kind of lens, right? It made my features look a little bit pinched in, a bit. And like my face, like it's kind of like, whoosh, like my features are like in a little bit more and then like out. Like like, so I'm just like, is that what I look like to people? Is that what I look like, guys? I need to know. So I just looked like wider with my features more like in more. And like everything else was washed out because I like my lips was just like, there's nothing. His lens, I know, but I was like, this is probably why he doesn't have many customers. But I don't know. Yeah, no, it was like very bright and yeah. Do you think I should? I don't know. Like this guy was supposed to be a professional photographer, and he was marketed as like someone who knew the sizing for a bunch of different countries, like whatever you need to get done. So like, sure, why not? Like, let me just try to do this in my spare time with apartment hunting and everything. And then I look at that photo and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. I'm just like, should I just do it? Like, I already paid money for it. Paid like $20. Paid $20 for it. And so I was like, oh, should I just do it? Like, I just think it's like I'm kind of pressed on time. It's just, I think how long is a passport there for? I was like, maybe 10 years. I was like, guys, I don't think I'm gonna look like this in 10 years. All right. I would like the best possible photo. Because in 10 years, like, oh no, we're gonna look like. Yeah, in 10 years when I renew it, right? I want to, you know. Well, he is, I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to seeing myself with that because we're all used to like the iPhone selfie type of vibe. Yeah. Panda, thanks so much for the visa, welcome back. Is it 20? I thought it was 10 years. Is it 10 years or 20 years? I'm moving, yeah. Is it every 10 years? Well, I'm not gonna look like this in 10 years. Yeah, so like in 10 years, I'm gonna probably, you know, I'm gonna shrink to be like a little old lady. And it wasn't too bad? Oh, wait, your photos are online too? As long as it meets the requirements? Yeah, I tried to download an app for it, but the app was like kind of, they made you pay for it after. In 10 years? No, that's true, But who knows what we're gonna look like at 42? Yeah, but I don't know. Like a Nordic Viking. Is it don't take care of yourself? Really? Maybe, that's true. Asians have a very interesting timeline. They might not take it. Supposedly, I told them, I was like, so if I submit this, they'll accept it, right? He's like, yeah, of course. I have my really expensive lens. I was like, all right, here we go. So part of me wants to submit it to see if it's accepted. If it's not accepted, then GG's, but I don't know. Okay, good, yeah. But like I said, I actually feel like I look really old right now. I feel like this past month or so, let me tell you, I was like selling stuff, right? I have never messaged more people in my entire life than having to message people who messaged me. Some people are great. They're just like, yeah, what time? Let me know. All right, pick up. Perfect. A lot of people are really annoying and they asked so many questions, and then I was like, do you want it or not? Like, do you want it or not? Like, at a certain point, like, I don't even want to sell it to you. Like, just leave me alone. No, some people are willing to pay the price, but they're just like, they're being annoying about it. They're like, oh, I can't make it. Well, like, I get things like come up, right? But I can't wait. Like, I can't, they're like, can you drive to me and start dropping, like, I'll pay you to deliver stuff. I'm like, no, I'm moving. I am stressed. And then, so I'm telling you, like, the amount, yeah, is this available? Is this available? Is this available? Yes, it's available. Like, okay, it took a while. I was like, but I've never had to message that many people in so many, like, so fast in my entire life. I've never, so you can understand, if you understand how much I hate messaging and I hate texting, like, I've been really tired. I've been like, I've had so many mini crash outs in this sense. I know. And then I realized, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could ever be in sales. People always say you should go into sales because sales is where you make the most money. And I was like, not after me trying to sell my stuff. Like, oh my God, I think people are so annoying. Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, do you want it or not? Just take it or leave it. And then they're like, wait, and like, it literally says like the details that you need to know. I'm just like, this is the condition, these are the measurements. Like, I'm very meticulous with my stuff. I don't have a place yet. Yeah, so I actually don't have a place. We'll figure it out. We don't, yeah. So you can imagine my stress because I had so many people like coming and going. I was like, so many people, different people being like, oh yeah, I'll come, I won't come. And then it was a lot of coordination. It was my last day. So actually, funny story, my lease is actually already over. My leasing office, bless them, they were really, really sweet and just letting me be like, hey, can I just turn in my keys? I made some random excuse. I was like, I just, yeah. I was like, I'll just, you know, didn't have time to move everything. Ooh, I'm just a girl, yeah. But they were really nice and just letting me hand in the keys whenever. I was like, oh, they're just like, just when? And I was like, next week, I don't know. So I'm gonna hand in my keys today. I just wanted to say hi and like let you guys have a last minute thing. My apartment doesn't have lights, by the way. Oh, that's also another thing about LA. They don't like to give you ceiling fans or ceiling lights. So my apartment, all of my lighting was through my lighting equipment. The only light I have is a bathroom light and like a kitchen light. But like right here, the room or studio, the rest of it, there's no lighting. So all the lighting, as you see, that's slowly dimming is the sun setting. The end of an era. So once we are in full darkness, goodbye. You won't be able to see me. No, I'm not moving outside the US. I mean, my parents are just like, if I need to go home to see my parents, I can. I have my annual pilgrimage and whatever, but no, I'm not Canadian. So yeah, another thing about mistiming was like, I thought about maybe if I couldn't find a place to like travel with some friends, but my timing with my friends are all so off. Like it's by a few days, by a few weeks, like they're like, oh, we're gonna be in this country or whichever, and I'm gonna be here. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go like join you guys, but then they're like, but someone else will be like, oh no, I'm actually leaving to go to the States or whichever. So yeah, so I just it's just been like even now, even with like the whole like Coachella stuff and EDC stuff, I'm just like I don't have time. My timing's is really bad, and I'm tired. I feel like life has beat me up a little bit. Yeah, life beat me up just a tiny bit. But it's partly me. Like, I was a little stupid and just like thinking I could do everything on my own. I had friends like stop by and like help me, which bless them, because I don't think I would have managed. And yeah, but I'm never moving stuff. It was more like to just hang out and do like content, if that makes sense. Because I've been trying to just like get back into things, and I thought I would either have a place or a plane ticket, but I have neither. I have neither. Yeah. So yeah. Is you get things done sooner? You'd be surprised though. I think there's a lot of really flaky people. There's some flaky people. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people who promise they'll do stuff, but then, you know, things happen, as we can tell from selling things online. So sometimes part of me is just like, I don't want to rely on people and then keep holding my time off for people, so I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. I should just hire professionals, but yeah. They do. I don't really blame people for flaking, I think. But it's just hard for me to like rely on people, because I just need to get things done, and I'll try to get things done my own way. I try not to like budget people's help. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but even then, like, my friends are also like on the move a lot too, or they're not even here. So then I think I have a lot of like virtual prayers, but physically I am alone. Physically, I gotta get things done, and I am not very strong. Okay. Mentally, I'm also not very strong, but I just said. The pizza was good. That's crazy, Greg. That's hard. And just, yeah. But no worries. Like it's just part of life. Like, sometimes I think I still have a little part of me that's a little too frugal at times, where I need to just pay for things. I really thought, I was like, it's fine. Like, it's easy peasy. It's not easy peasy. Yeah, no, understandable. So I get it. And just supply the food. No, like making you come all the way to West Coast, that's crazy. So yeah. So wait, going back to, I went to see Elenium back in like April, like beginning of April, I think. And before then, I started getting lash extensions, which I took them off because they ripped off. I kid you not, I don't know what it is, but they did not do well with my lashes. So my poor lashes they're really, really, really expensive, but then they kind of ruined my natural lashes, so I'm a little bit sad about. So anyway, had my lashes done, had my nails done, whichever. Went to see Elenium. The whole stay at Elenium was freaking crazy. So the first day, I got there maybe like 2 days earlier, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to shoot manual. I really told myself that. I was like, I'm gonna learn. I thought it'd be a great time. Like, I'm in my content creator arc. I'm gonna learn how to use my Sony camera to like shoot manual. It was very hard. But I was like, I have this really nice camera. I wanna learn how to use it. I wanna like be able to vlog and just like try to take pictures. I was freaking molding. Like, I molded so badly because it's just so hard to see and like do everything. Thanks for the sauce, Alex. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah. So just imagine, I haven't really dabbled in it. I've just like written some things down. I'm like, okay, let's just keep trying and like do whatever. I bought some equipment, I did whatever, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I tried shooting it, and it was very, very hard to do as one person, because you can't really see yourself that well, and there's so many things you have to like go back and forth and adjust that you can't really tell until after you shoot it. So was I molding? Yes. And then while I was there, the room I got checked into, right? I got in, and I was like, ooh, it smells kind of funny. It smells kind of funny. Like I was like, why does it smell like that? Like it smelled like rotten socks, you know, like that feet smell, like the corn chip feet smell thing. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to think about this too much. I just want to like start trying to make content, do whichever, like get settled, get some water, you know, get some whatever. The hotel room I got also came with like credits. So I was like, okay, like maybe I'll like get a nice dinner or something, right? Ended up just like trying to content stuff, right? And then I started feeling like a little bit off, and I was like, oh, I hope I'm not getting sick. Yeah. So I went to bed pretty early. I woke up, and the next day, I felt so bad. Like my throat was completely clogged. I couldn't breathe out of my nose. Like my eyes are super puffy, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm getting sick. And this was before the Millennium show. I was like, I cannot get sick. I was like chugging, or like I went out, I was like getting emergency, chugging orange juice, doing whichever. And then eventually I was like, what if it's the room? Like I already felt like it was not good when I entered the room, because I was like, dude, the smell is so strong. And then some of my friends who were also in town for the show as well, when they stopped by my room, I think they started feeling a little weird too. I don't know, but they didn't like, I was the only one who like slept in the room. So I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe it's me or whatever. So then I was like, I already had a whole day. Like I planned out a schedule. I wrote scripts. I actually did everything, but I was like, I feel so bad. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just see if I can get a different room. Like what's the worst case? I'm just gonna do it, because like, what if it's this room? So you know Vegas hotels, right? They're gigantic. So to get to like the front desk, it's like half a mile walk. I'm not exactly half a mile, but it's very far. It's not like you just go down the elevator and you're like there. It's like you have to like cross a river to get to the front desk. So I'm going down. I'm crossing my river. It's waiting in line because a lot of people are also checking in because it's Millennium, right? And I finally make it to the front desk. I'm like, hey, I just feel like my room is. It's just like not great, right? I'm feeling a little sick, it smells kind of funny and whichever, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, okay, let's see if we can move you to like a different room. I'm like, cool, that'd be really nice, thank you. So they gave me a new key, finally. They gave me a new key, it took some time, and they're like, we'll give you an extra $100 credit for the inconvenience. I was like, oh, okay, say less, it's another $100 credit. But I don't have time to use it because I'm behind schedule on like, you know, getting my outfit. Like I had a whole thing planned of like the day. But then, so I go back, I have to go back up to my room, right? I go back up to my room, I pack all my stuff, and then those hotels, they have multiple elevators. So mine had to go back down and move a few elevators over to the whatever floor I was on. So then now I went back down. I packed all my stuff. I went back down. I go to the other side. I get to my room, right? I beep the door. I go in. I go in and I'm like, all right, roll my stuff in, and then I like turn on the lights. The lights don't turn on. So I have to go back down. So then I go all the way back down. I cross the oceans again to the front desk, and I make my way there to the front of the line, and I'm like, hey, it's me again. It's me again. The lights won't turn on. They're like, huh, well, we just turned it over. Maybe it just takes some time before the lights turn on. I'm like, And they're like, why don't we just get you another room? And I was like, sure. That'd be great. Thank you. And then they give me another room, and they're like, you know what? For your inconvenience, another $100. And I was like, this was the aria. I don't think. Yeah. So then they did. So now I have $300 in credit, right? But by this time, I am so behind. I go back. I get my stuff. I have to go back down the elevator again, back up the elevator again, and finally, I make it in, and there's no issues. And I was like, yay, all right, not bad, all right, clean, doesn't smell like feet, totally fine. I had to unpack, I started getting like my outfit out and doing like whatever. And then by this time, I have to like rush everything else I was doing, so I was just like rushing through that. And I don't get to go out and eat because that was the day of the show. So as a girl, I take a long time to get ready. Just realistically, I know I take a long time to get ready. So I didn't even get to like really enjoy my $300 credit. I was only staying it was 2 nights. Yeah, I was only staying 2 nights. So I spent 1 night sick, like feeling awful, right? And the next day just running around. The next day just like running around, like getting this room thing solved, right? So then now I'm like, all right, let me just like, I did a quick gym sesh, I showered, and then I just started getting ready. And then I was using my manual camera to try to take pictures of my fit, and I was molding doing that. So I was taking it from like sunset pics, like nighttime pics, and then it was time to just go to the show. Dean, thanks so much for the T3. Welcome back, Dean. Thank you. I really like the smell of Aria, but clearly not the hotel room. So yeah, so then went to the show, enjoyed the show. Then getting back was, took some time because it's like a huge crowd of people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just so tired, I passed out. I was like, okay. Next day,
Is this man's man?
thanks, Ian. The next day, I was like, oh, maybe I can get late checkout, right? They were like, no, because it's fully booked because of Millennium, right? So I was like, oh man, okay. So I basically just woke up, like started packing my stuff, and then I was like, maybe I can just I lay out the pool, I took pool pictures and whatnot, and then I was like, all right, let me just like check out or whichever, and like roll my stuff and get like, oh wait, no, sorry. They said I could get 1 hour. Not like full late checkout, but I was like, please. And they were really nice and they gave me like 1 hour. So like 1 hour after normal checkout time. So then I was like, okay, thank you. And then, so I left my room, right? And I was like, gonna go I was like, I'll have one really nice lunch to use my $300 credit, because I was like, what am I supposed to do with $300? I was like, this is insane. So I go and I'm like, all right, I go to the really nice restaurant and I'm like, $300 credits. No, they said they're fully booked. So I don't know, they're fully booked. But my flight wasn't that late. It was maybe around like 2 or 3 or something. So I wasn't planning on staying too long. I just like an extra hour or two just so I can, I just wanted to eat. I just wanted to eat. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go and get a lunch. Yeah. Or missing rooms. I don't know the difference. But everyone was in town because of Millennium. So I think that's why they were really, really booked. It was a weekend too. So it was like Friday, Saturday, one of those days. And then losing rooms to rent? Oh. No, I called, but we haven't stopped crossing the river, Greg, because it gets better. I go and I try to use my like credit, and they're like, oh, you can't because you're like checked out now, because checkout time was like at 11 or something. And I was like, but I have like late checkout. And they're like, oh, they must have just deactivated your code on accident. I was like, oh, is there any way that you can just like help me see if it still works in your system somehow, wherever at this restaurant? They're like, no, you will have to go to the front desk. And so we crossed the river. We crossed the river to the front desk, and it takes a long time because they're like, oh, They're like, wait, we see you already used like part, which I did. I used a credit for like breakfast or some stuff, or like a coffee and whichever was like $50 already. So, like the previous day. So like, oh, well, we see you already like used your credit. I was like, no, but if you look at the record, right? There's like, they gave me more because I had to switch rooms. So like, oh, I see it now. That's a lot of credit, right? And so I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I was wondering if you could help me out because like I do also have late checkout, but you know, like it's like it kind of locked me out before I could use it, blah 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 blah. And so they're like, all right, hang on, let me fix it for you. And it took a while. They're like, so sorry about the wait. And I was like, oh, no worries. But my time was ticking down because again, I have a flight. And I can't stay that long. And by this time, I'm like, I don't even think I can sit down at a restaurant and eat. Like, I think I have to like take things to go. So then I'm like, all right, I see this happening. I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the food court and I'm just gonna order things and just take it to go if I need to, right? So then I go there and then this place is like self-service kiosk. I type in whatever number and code they gave me, and it was giving me an error. It was giving me an error. Now at this point I was like, do I just give up? Do I just give up? So all these places, all they do is they get your service ticket. So like the food court, whatever it is, you order at the kiosk and each individual place gets your order and then you just pick it up at the window or whatever. So there's no cashier except for this one place. So I was like, let me just see if it works at this one breakfast place for the code that I have, right? So I'm like, let me order a breakfast sandwich. I order it. It took some time. They're like, oh, this is interesting. I was like, yeah, I was like explaining this whole situation. She's like, oh, okay. And then at first it didn't work. And I was like, oh my God, no. And then she's like, oh wait, no, I got it this time. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what she finagled to make it work, but finally it worked. And I got my $15 breakfast sandwich, right? And then I was like, maybe if it activated there, if I go back to the kiosk, it'll work again. And then it didn't, right? So I was like, oh, I was saying like, I don't exist. I'm not like an actual person staying there. So, but then there's this person who's like, oh, hey, like, do you want to like order, like use this, like scan this code? And I was like, no, like, like, I don't know. I was like, I'm supposed to use this code. Like, it's one of those things where you're like, blah, 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 blah. I was saying, they're like, oh, so she took me back to the counter where the one lady was. And she's like, oh, I remember you. I was like, you were doing this, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you think you can help me? I was like, maybe I'm just gonna order a bunch of stuff because I have like a plane to catch and everything. And I didn't have time to even parse through the whole menu. So I was like, one of this, and I was like, one time I was like, 55 fries, 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55. Like, I was just thinking that in my head because I was in such a rush. And I didn't know how long it would take for them to prep everything, right? Do you know that one where the guy in the takeout line, like 55 burgers, 55. So, but I was like, I'll get a sandwich, I'll get the salad, I'll get this like random smoothie, I'll get this like I don't know, like the paperboy guy, like this whatever. I think I did not bad. I spent like maybe $90 worth of food to carry with me on the plane. So I had like dinner, like lunch, dinner, and breakfast. Thanks so much for the song. Oh, thank you for gifting.
They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
I appreciate it. Welcome. I ran into that many issues. Yeah, so like, so it's just so crazy, right? I don't know what it is, but even though things were planned, even though things were fine, like it wasn't like it was all bad. Like I still saw the show, I still did everything. But you see how I got like really weird timing of things, like just really, really strange things. Oh, thanks for the bits, thank you. It's like, I don't know, like I don't know what else to say it, but it felt like just like really just weird. Like everything was off. Like it wasn't bad. Like it's like, yay, $300 of credit, but wow, it doesn't work. And I was like, well, technically I wasn't supposed to have $300 worth of credit anyway. But yeah, the room kind of was a whole nuisance, and then it really just ate into my time. And so I've just had like random, like that's just one example of so many other things that I just had like really stupid luck. Like losing my ID was stupid luck, and that was like I have no one to blame for myself, right? But like the hotel thing and the apartment hunting stuff, and then the weird energy I got from like giving my stuff away. I don't know what else to say. But in case you guys know, if you guys learn from my mistakes, if you do stay at a hotel, complain early about the room. And use your credits. Use your credits, not the day of your checkout. But yeah, but it was just it. But hey, it's a funny story at the end of the day, and we persevered. We persevered, you know. And so I was like running to the airport with my random green smoothie and just like a bunch of random food in a bag, and then I made it back. Oh, yep. The horrors resist. I know. So, and then afterwards, I think I actually did get sick. My friends were also at Millennium that weekend. They also got sick. I think Vegas just has like a lot of germs or whichever. So I don't know. They should not go. I did not. I was actually on time to the airport, so that wasn't bad. Yeah. So yeah, the first time was because of allergies. I think like that room was actually like really moldy and stuff because I could just smell it. Like I could smell it coming from the bathroom. It was just like it wasn't well ventilated or anything. If I didn't get sick, that's true. The sickness wasn't too bad. It was bad for like a week or so, but it wasn't one of the worst sicknesses I've ever had. But yeah. Also, an interesting thing about Millennium was I saw families there. I saw people bring their kids, and I wonder if they thought it was because you know the Sphere used to be like this, just like a novelty. They're like, oh, Vegas, we built a Sphere, come check it out, you know, and like people pay very high ticket prices, and maybe some people didn't realize what they're taking their kids to. They're like, oh, it's just like supposed to be like one of those displays, you know, we get to see how the Sphere works. And then I saw people with like whole families, and people are just like headbanging. People are headbanging, and like the parents are just like just like this, like looking up at the Sphere, and the kids are like, the kids are like this. And then I was like, the parents probably think it's like the devil's music or something. Yeah, I think they would, but then there's like people just being like. I know. Oh my god, can you imagine? So it was, I think some people just left early, which is crazy because that night was Millennium and Slender. Those tickets are expensive. Those are not cheap tickets, right? Like I was like, oh, they don't know what they're walking out on. They don't know what they're, yeah, so I don't know. And then with like apartment hunting too, I just like I missed out on opportunities. Like when I went to tour, like the apartments I was looking at were taken, and I was like, no way. And I was like, okay, maybe. I was like, hey, if anyone backs out, please let me know. No one backed out. Yeah. No, it was so funny. But I felt like when I saw the kids there, I was just like, what a nice show. Like, I don't know why I decided to try to be on my best behavior. Not that I was doing anything crazy, right? But I was just like, oh, lovely day, isn't it? To see, ooh, what is this? These are some nice sounds. Yes. With earplugs, yeah. But it was very, very interesting to see like very young kids. Like, I feel like they just didn't know, maybe. You didn't notice the kids? Maybe, I guess this was kind of more of a weekend show. So maybe there's more people there for like the weekend. Kids do have delicate ears. I mean, I was wearing earplugs. That there's so much on demand. Well, everything with a good price, like a good deal and a good price, pretty much got taken immediately. Like even, there were some apartments I toured, it wasn't the exact layout I wanted, but they were nice apartments, just like not quite what I needed, taken. But I wasn't even considering them anyway. It's just, I think I do a very good job of finding places And then obviously the places I didn't want because of like roaches and stuff like that, not taken. Still available on the market. But I think LA market, if you find a good place, they will be taken within a few days. Yeah. Minors go to EDC. I'm not. This is the apartment. I'm here in the Echo, just in the dark. There's no lights, so I'm using my phone right now to kind of illuminate my face. Yeah, I do. People have offered me places, but the funny thing was like, I remember I was like, but what if I move in and I never leave? And they're like, that's fine. And I was like, why are you guys so chill with me never leaving? I was like, why are you guys so chill with me never leaving? And then someone was like, honestly, Christine, you don't like people that much. You would probably leave first. You wouldn't want to live with roommates. I was like, you know me too well. You know me too well. And that's true. I think I would probably, I know, instead of sunrise, it's sunset. And keep to yourself. I do, but I am really loud. Like right now when I'm talking, I'm really loud. For you in an apartment, my biggest thing is the kitchen. Well, I realized that it's just really hard to find my kitchen layout. There's a lot of great places. They just don't have my kitchen layout. My kitchen layout is just very rare for a one bedroom. Very, very rare for a one bedroom. That's the only issue. There's a lot of great places. I was like, maybe I can make it work. But like a lot of kitchens, especially in more like homey places, it's a closed off kitchen. But we need it to be open because we need to fit our cameras and stuff in there for when we stream and film. So honestly, guys, if I didn't have to make content, I would have been fine. But unfortunately, we picked this life. I don't have a place. I don't have a place. I want a U kitchen, ideally a U kitchen, but that's really, really hard to find. Yeah. No, but that's crazy. Well, no, because we've lived with places like that. Like my previous places were easier to find on the East Coast. No, I mean, it's dark now, but this is the old place. It's just very empty. My leasing office is really nice and they gave me a few extra days to turn in my keys. So I was like, maybe I'll just stream from here. It's like my goodbye as the sun sets and now there's no lighting. I can't, yeah, we can't use electricity. I'm not paying for it, so. I have a Michelin star restaurants. No, but even the Michelin star restaurants are like closed off. It's like too chaotic there. It's not very open. I don't. I mean, people have offered their couches, so I have that. Yeah. Oh, and then, yeah, so then I did get sick after, and I didn't really get to enjoy how pretty and cute my lashes were, and now my lashes are bald. But, a walk-in oven? No, I don't want a walk-in oven. That just sounds like a hazard. Yeah. No, I think at the end of it, guys, I'm okay. I'll be fine. I think I just feel like this year, because usually I have these stories and we kind of make it out unscathed and we make it out with like some type of progress. I just think this was like the first time we weren't really scathed, you know? It wasn't like, everything wasn't like super horrible, but it's not good. Like I haven't like fought through hell and then like made it out the other end. I'm just like in limbo and it's so bad. It feels awful. I'm like trying, like I can't progress anywhere and it's driving me insane to kind of not have a next step and like not be able to just like push forward. Yeah, but I'm not homeless. Like I technically have options. I can visit friends. I can, you know, just be on the road for a bit, but it is like really unsettled. So I don't know. Thank you. Is it? Yeah, wait. I want to know if anyone else is experiencing similar things to me. Because I feel like I feel like I'm being left behind. And I don't usually say this, but I think I feel like I'm actually being left behind right now. I'm like really behind on just like progress, help. but it's not bad. Like I'm not like deathly ill like I have been in the past. I'm not, you know, burning in an LA fire, you know. I'm not trapped in a tsunami. I'm not dealing with pods. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, but I guess it just feels like there's no conclusion to any of the things I'm doing right now. Like, we did have a conclusion to pods. We did have a conclusion to illnesses, and we did, you know. So not at all. Oh, okay. We're in the dark in my old apartment. It's not the worst here, but it's not the best either. Yeah, it feels weird. I feel like I'm not hitting any goals, you know? I'm not like having any fun, even though I have like fun opportunities. It's weird. It's really weird. Long stay at hotels and motels if you don't have any place to go. That's true. I think it'd be just nice to just have my PC. I wouldn't mind being on the road more, but I like having access to a PC. It just feels like more settled. And I want to play League of Legends for the last 6 months. Yeah, maybe after we hit June. Maybe when we hit June, we can hit the ground running. Maybe I just have a blockage now and it's just like a really large poop, you know? We just have this really, really large poop and we just gotta squeeze it out. And then once all that poop is out, we'll be good. A gaming laptop? I don't know if I would want to game on a laptop. Yeah. Are you about to? Well, you guys are on a battery pack because I did think ahead to bring my battery pack. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we need a squatty potty and stuff. Let me just I'm using my phone to just use as we're just in until we find a place. I might go see my parents or something, or maybe I'll travel. What should I do, guys? I think I shouldn't make decisions anymore. I'm gonna let you guys make the decision. What should I do? Because clearly every single decision I've made up to this point in this year was not good. It was not good. And I feel like I paid heavily for my choices so far. So yeah. Go to Vietnam? Okay. Visit parents? Okay. Travel? Okay. That's true, that's the other thing. If I do travel, I can't do apartment hunting, but why do you want to stay in LA? I think weather, but I was thinking about this too. I was like, for LA, it was mainly for content. And I think last year we did have a good amount of just like collabs and whatnot. And then I think I told you guys, I was like, I don't know if it was truly worth it, but you know, but I feel like in this stage too, you can't afford not to put yourself out there. Does that make sense? You can't afford not to put yourself out there. So I'm like, all right, maybe, yeah. But then eventually, I think I do want to nest in a place. I don't know where that is. I think I have maybe 3 years of nomadic lifestyle, like as in moving from place to place, like apartment to apartment. And then I think we nest. I think we nest, you know, minus the stories. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of constipation everywhere. If they know good places, oh yeah, some people recommend it, but either like their places were really full, or it was like out of my budget or something. traveled for 6 to 9 months. Made more, I've definitely met some cool people. I don't know, I don't think it necessarily benefited me in terms of opportunity, but it gave me an idea. And like I was able to pick the minds of a lot of creators. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I feel like LA is a very sad place. I think if you are in the creative space, it's to put it lightly, I think it's a very dark space. I think entertainment, obviously, like everyone hears about entertainment space being very seedy sometimes, and it is very seedy. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's super seedy. I'm too angelic for this, honestly. I'm too angelic for this. I'm too pure. I'm too pure. I can't play this game. I'm trying to live my life. I'm just trying to do my thing. And yeah, not that there's like, the thing is there's very cool people, very bright people for you know, there's very bright people, but I feel like they go through a certain hell for fame, for where they are. And I think about whether or not I can go through that same hell and make it out unscathed, and I'm not too sure. I'm already getting scathed by mold and roaches, so I don't think I could do it. No, it's not. It's just like, but it's part of the job, right? Like, I'm just like, everyone's just trying to live. Everyone is trying to get their bag, right? Not everyone's doing it because they love the attention or anything. And yeah, of course, you guys should all be honest. That's all. Yeah, it's a rat race, but I think there's a rat race no matter where you are. There's a rat race in like your corporate jobs. There's always politics, there's always nepotism, there's always like whatever. It's all the same stuff to various degrees. Just some have a little bit more HR in place, like some have a little bit more structure and protection in place, some places don't. And it's obviously not all bad, or else people wouldn't do this. There's a lot of glory to be had if you're really into that. There's a lot of fun to be had if you're into that. I'm just tired. Only requires a PC. Don't think there's a need for you to stay in a huge city. That's true. Yeah, well, that and a nice kitchen. I think it's more for me, it's like I like nice weather, and I like being able to be around creative energy. That's kind of why I left East Coast, because I was hoping to understand and be more inspired on the West Coast. And there are times, yeah, I see how people work really, really hard, and it inspires me. It really does. It's true, that's true. How's story time going? Oh, it's getting dark in here. Yeah, it is really nice. It is like people, like there's a certain vibe here, which is not what I'm used to, because I'm not used to that kind of energy, I guess. Oh, no. I don't disagree, actually. I don't disagree. So that's why I'm like, maybe I just give it one more try. And if not, guys, let's go to the streets. Let's hit the streets. You were feeling it came off, yeah. But I think somehow this was all very cathartic in a way. I am a little bit beaten up, and I've been like going crazy in my own like space. But follow your stomach. TikTok, I don't know. I think there was a part of me too when I was like crashing. I was like, what am I doing this for? And I had a whole identity crisis while I lay on the floor. Yeah, I think we just go to the streets, guys, and we just make the best out of it and live life. I don't know, live life. Try not to get bed bugs. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, growing up, I never actually wanted to live that long, if that makes sense. Not in like a depressing way. I just never really thought there was like a point, because I think I just watched, this is really sad, but I watched my parents work really, really hard. all the time, and they never really get rest, and they never vacation, they never traveled. And I was like, this is what life is. This is adulthood. You just work, you just keep working, you just work until you die. You just work and you yell at your kids to like get good grades and go to school, and then you change diapers, and then like you just cook and you like clean, and it's never ending. It's just, and then that's it. And so I was like, you know what, when I'm an adult, I feel like that's not very fun. And so I never thought there was anything to look forward to. I mean, now I realize there's options. we can go on a plane, guys. You know, we can actually have a little bit of fun. But I never really got to see that from adults in my life. So I was like a little bit scared of being an adult. I was like, oh my God, so I just have to go get a job? And then, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And then I just keep working, and then that's it. And then just pay bills. Like imagine thinking about the concept of paying bills when you're like 6 years old. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, finances, make sure you get all the debts, house, chores, cleaning. And I was like, oh my God. I just want to play with like, I don't know. I just want to go outside and ride a bike or something. They're offering a free room. Yeah, I've heard of O3. Yeah. I've heard of them. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know. Yeah, so I was just like, what? There's like nothing to look forward to. Nothing to look forward to. So now, but like, so I consider myself really blessed. I'm like, okay, maybe I can just make something for me to look forward to. Hostage video? Yes, but you guys are the hostage. It's reverse hostaging. But also this light is really bright and it's hurting my eyes. I can't see in the dark because I don't have my glasses. No, yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, this took a lot of soul searching too. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make life my own, but I don't know what I want to make out of it, if I'm being honest. I'm just here for a time and just figuring it out, and then also getting myself into stupid situations sometimes. I want to. I am a little bit torn. I do want to travel for a bit, but I remember that 1 month when we did our IRL streams, we were grinding so hard, and I think I still need a break from that. So I don't know. Big calendar for me? Oh, a calendar. Thank you. Thanks for the sub. Aw, thank you. Thanks for gifting.
5 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah, but that's it. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I've already told you guys even like last year about how I was feeling about people and like going outside. Just wanting out. But I think I had a good amount of alone time now, and I feel better. My battery, guys, my social battery is so bad. But yeah, I think I'm recharged. It only took it only took 10 months. I'm good now though. We're ready. Wait, do you guys remember when I had so many events and I was like dying, and I was actually getting sick because I was outside talking to too many people, and like people just have germs and stuff like that? It only took 10 months. We're good now. We're ready. Where's the milk though? I threw a lot of things out. We had to clear the fridge. That's good, yeah. I mean, I had so much to tell you guys, honestly. Well, speaking of, sorry. Wait, hang on. Let me just do something real quick. What was I doing? Oh. Okay. Sorry, I think I'll pull up my lighting. Oh yes. So to give you an idea, right? my friend said that he's like, yeah, like I was like talking about like financial stuff and everything and like my concerns of like finances. They're like, yeah, no, finance stuff is like really important. Like yeah, it's like my life was like, oh, my parents were really well off, so like I'm okay, but like my girlfriend, like she grew up and she got like $5 allowance. And I was like, oh, $5. I was like, wow, $5. And he's like, no, like she didn't get anything. Like I had everything and she had nothing. And I was like, oh, my mic. Can you guys hear? Is it dead? Hello? No. Is this better? Can you guys hear me? Oh, my bad. They were telling me like, my parents were like really great because like we had everything growing up, but my girlfriend, she was getting like $5. Oh, okay. Wait, do you know the context? Because I was like talking about like my financial situation. Yeah, I was like talking about and I was like, yeah, it's like kind of hard to get over the scarcity mindset because I was like in the throes of my apartment hunting thing, and I was like, do I just like sign? Do I just risk signing for like a more expensive place? Can I even afford it? Like, do I have confidence that I can do it, right? And then they're like, yeah, like financial choices are very important. Like I was lucky that my parents were able to back me up with my parents were able to back me up, but like my partner, she grew up like getting like $5 allowance and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, $5 allowance, like that's really good. And they're like, no, like that's not a lot of money. I was like, oh. And I was like, wait, not me thinking $5 is really good. I was like, you got allowance? That's really. I was like, that's nice. That's like really. That's being provided for. That's really good, right? I was like, wait, that's really nice. That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh. They're like, yeah, no, that's like nothing. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, totally nothing. No, yeah. But I just thought it was so funny because like it's like it was like such a stark contrast in how I interpreted. Really, that's good. Yeah, like I thought that I'm like, if I got $5 a day, I think I was rich. Yeah, I would be like, oh my god, I made it in life. It was just so funny the way I processed that information versus like how that person processed it. Yeah. So it was so funny. Oh wait, I had another thing that I was gonna say. Oh yeah, and then like during my crash out, like I called my parents and I was like, Mom, Dad, like I don't know what to do. I saw some apartments but they're like too expensive, and then they're like how much more is it? I'm like, it's a lot more per month, and they're like, just do it. Like if it's, I was like, yeah, but like it's not exactly in the neighborhood I want, and like it's just like I feel like I'm paying more for some things I want. Like I would be paying more for some things I want. Like I'm like between all, like should I just do it because I don't know if I can find anything better in time. Yeah, I was like, and then my parents are so annoyed. They're like, just do it. Just make more money. My dad was like, just scam harder. Like, stop wasting your time and just scam harder. And I was like, thanks. He's like, just make more money. Just do it. And I was like, thanks, Dad. Thanks. He's like, just do it. Don't call me back. Don't call me back, get back to work. And I was like, okay, thanks, Dad. It's like, you have options, yeah, like my dad says streaming is a scam, and he's like, why is anyone watching you? Are you just scamming people? I was like, yes, Dad, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just scamming people. There's no honor in my work. Really? Okay, so I'm not. Yeah, just make more money. Stop sweating. Just like work harder. I was like, oh, okay, my bad. You were funny. I think I get my humor from my dad. If there's like small traces of overlap, and thanks for the bits. Thank you. I do, yeah. It's like both my parents are funny in their own way. Like they're not afraid to dish it, and so I grew up with a lot of sarcasm. I grew up with a lot of sarcasm, and then along the way I became really sensitive. After I went to therapy, I got really sensitive. Now I'm like, okay, it's just sarcasm. Thank you. Thanks for the 5. Thank you for buying my scam. If you sign today, you get what are those things called again? What are the thanks, Jim. Thank you so much for the sub. What is it called again? Vacation homes? No, travel homes. What is it called? What is it? Stay timeshare. Thank you. I don't. Thank you. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Thank you. Yeah, timeshares, which everyone says timeshares are a scam. Are they actually a scam or are they not? I don't know. So I know one of my friends has a timeshare and they're like, it's fine. Oh, really? It is a scam. Okay. Oh, well, hopefully this is a little bit better than a timeshare. So I don't know. Maybe if you get a lot of use out of it. Depends on the days you get. I see. Got it. Yeah, so that's what my parents were saying. But at the end of the day, yeah, so then I think I went back. So actually this is what happens, right? So I like rolled around, I was agonizing, I was like thinking about my life and everything. And you know what and then I was just like, okay, but then there's this other apartment. If it's like, they're like, how much more is it? It's like on top of it being more expensive, they're like, I was like, this would have more of the space I need because the other place didn't quite have the layout I needed. But there was like $100 more, but that's on top of like the X amount that I have to pay more, right? And I was like agonizing with that. And like, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't know. My friends were like, my dad was like, listen, $100, or I think it was like $90 actually, or $100 something. It's like, that's like $3 a day. You just like, save a coffee every single day, and you would make up that $90. I'm like, but that's already like on top of the hundreds and hundreds of dollars for increase in price that I just don't know if per month that I don't know if I can afford, right? And so my dad was just telling me about like, it's just scam more, scam harder, whatever. And then he was like telling me just don't drink the coffee, do whatever. And I was like, Dad, did you just girl math me? And my dad's like, what's girl math? He's like, what's girl math? I was like, oh, it's like when you buy something and then you go to return it, but then you just you exchange it for like something else. And so people girl math it by saying, oh, I didn't spend any money. And he's like, that sounds just like your mom. And I was like, yeah, but that's what you're telling me to do. You're just like girl math. And you're like, basically, if you just don't, it's like basically free. It's not an extra $100 a month. It's free. Thanks for the 100 bits. Thank you. He's smart. No, my dad's really smart. You will get a lot of nuggets of wisdom. And he's funny on top of that. He will, if you ever want to ask him, his specialty is like physics, chemistry, mathematics, anything like that. He will lecture you to death about being smart with your finances. And then he was like, just go into debt. He wasn't saying that. Yeah. Like he's just like, he's just like, just work harder. Like, he's like, and then I FaceTimed him, and I never FaceTime him because I never use video. So, who did this? Yeah.
Barry gifted a tier 1
Oh,
sub to Christine Scammer.
Thank you.
Given 880
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Just get good. No, literally, my dad, just get good. Yeah, because like, I think growing up, we really didn't come from a lot. So he's like, he kind of told me, he like gave me the whole like dad talk. He was like, listen, I know growing up, of course, we didn't have a lot, but you know, your mom and I, we worked hard for many years so we could afford a house, and we, you know, made sure you guys could get to college for the most part. Thank you for the bits. And we're like okay, we're not like great, but like, you know, we're not starving or struggling too much at this point, right? Like you always have us if you need to rely on us, and I'm like no, because like I think growing up I didn't feel like I could, because we just didn't have, and I think I still have that, just remembering not being able to ask for anything because we just couldn't. Like my parents did my best, like their best, like to do whatever, but yeah, so like you're fine, like you're fine, you're not homeless. yeah, like maybe believe in yourself a little bit. And I was like, yeah, but like what if one day I have, you know, like some, like God forbid something happens and you need an emergency fund, and thanks for the bits. Thank you Greg, thanks for gifting a sub. They do, and I see their sacrifice, and I never want to waste their sacrifice. I think that's like part of me, like that internal struggle and guilt is like I never want to let them go unappreciated. But then my dad, right, he walks to the kitchen and he picks up this is hard to show you guys without like a picture. He's like look at this, and I'm like, what is that? And it was like a little pin or like a little coaster, and it was a drawing of a pig holding like a boba tea and like a steamed bun. And I was like, he's like, and there's like Chinese characters on it. And he's like, do you see this? Do you understand it? We're ranked. Thanks for the bits. He's like, do you see this? And I was like, Dad, I can't read that. He's like, your mom got this in Taiwan. And he's like, he said the phrase in Chinese, which basically translated to, the whole point, he's like, the whole point of money is to eat well. Basically, it's like to eat well is to spend it on food and good things. That's kind of what the like summary of the pin. And that's why there was like a picture of a pig with a bubble tea and the bun. And I was like, Dad, I would not have been able to read that. I'm sorry. He's like, yeah. See, why have money if you don't buy food and use your money on stuff? I was like, thank you for the random life lesson. Using the most random object that we have in our kitchen. I don't understand. yeah it was just like time to go back to, I know I gotta practice my Chinese, but it was just so hilarious. I'm like he just decided to go there. He has a point. I was like, he's like, what's the point of hoarding all this money, right, if you're not gonna spend it? And I was like, I was like, that's rich coming from you, Dad. Haha, get it? Rich, that's rich coming from you, Dad. And he's like, I did, spin. And I was like, that's rich coming from you, Dad, considering you kept telling me to save money as a kid. I still remember the story when I went on a school field trip, and I think my parents gave me $10 for a school field trip. Thank you for laughing. That's right. I went on a school field trip, and I remember instead of buying me like a cool souvenir for me, it was like a science field trip. I remember I told you guys a story. I bought my dad a dinosaur and my mom a ring and stuff. And then I don't even remember if I got anything for myself. And I went back and I was like so happy. I was like so happy, and I was like so proud to be like, look what I got from the museum. And then my dad's like, don't spend. He's like, what is this? He's like, oh, don't spend my money. yeah. He's like, oh, don't spend my money on this stuff, because at the end of the day, it's my money. Don't like, I think. And then like, I remember I told him his story as an adult, and he's like, oh, that's not what I meant. I just meant like, don't spend it on me. yeah, but that was like, ever since that time when I was like 7 years old, I think I was very, very young. And I just remember like never after that, I was like, okay, I don't want to waste my parents' money. It's like, I was like, that's right. It is their money. I didn't make this money. My parents gave me this money to use it, right? And I was like, and so I never, from like, until I started making my own money, I never got like my parents' gifts or anything. Like I'll try to make stuff, but my parents aren't really big. We never were like a big gift giving family. But that like, yeah, like that stayed in my brain. And there was like, I think I told you guys a story and a few other stories where I told them as an adult this impression they left on me, and they're like, oopsies. Because they didn't mean it that way, but it came off that way. And you know, as a kid, your kid brain, it just absorbs things and interprets things a certain way. And if it's like never corrected, you're just gonna think that way for the rest of your life. So I remember they're like, oh, that's not really what I meant, but yeah, we didn't want, I mean, I don't want this dinosaur. like what am I supposed to do with this dinky random dinosaur model? This again, the community pay rent. Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. And so it was so funny because I don't know if you guys ever have, I don't know, if you guys ever have a certain memory that like burns into your brain, maybe tell the story to your parents and see if they're like, oopsies. See if they're like, oh, you were traumatized by that? That's not what we meant. But they're like, we're just like, yeah, don't be wasteful, but also, yeah, oopsies. And so from then on, like, I never asked for anything. I was like, okay, don't be stupid with money. Like, don't buy stupid toys. Like, don't buy things that aren't practical. And it stayed with me forever. Do better on the second one? Yeah, try. Definitely be patient and like maybe let them know, like, hey, it's okay. Like you know, start practicing some of the things that maybe you accidentally stamped out. This a lot. Like parent, you know, as adults, we're all like, yeah, we're just trying our best to live and make the most out of it, right? So I just think it's so funny. For better, yeah, I know. They're like, yeah, I should spend it. There's a few things in life you should always invest in, which is like your environment. That's never a waste. Even though I'm like, oh, but it's not like where I'm living forever. I know I'm gonna have to move again, and it's just like a whole hassle. But they're like, it's still a year of your life, a year and a half, 2 years maybe. You might renew, you know. Yeah, no, that's good. From there to everywhere, yeah. And they're sort of. I think they just don't. I think like things, they're just wording and things that you don't understand as a kid that probably you say as an adult, but you don't really get it as a kid. Didn't want to spend, still, yeah. So here we are. We're just, that's true. I think safety will be important. So I'm still a little bit stuck. Oh, right. But then after I agonize, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the gamble. I'll save the $3 coffee on top of the other ones per month. I'll do it. I went back and I was like, hey, is it available? Rent it out. So even after I gave myself a whole pep talk, it was a good unit, and it was taken. I cried. So at the end of the day, when you hesitate like me, and I was agonizing because it was not going to be cheap. So at the end of the day, guys, I did not get an apartment. Yeah. So because it was taken. Yeah, like good deals, good places, good deals in LA. Yep. Yeah. It wouldn't have been easy. Like, I think I would definitely have to give some things up. And I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay, right? There's going to be other places, right? Okay, even then, I think now is that we just do our best. Even if it doesn't hit all of our requirements, we'll make do. Like, this apartment actually wasn't perfect either. But we did our best with it. The one that cost more was taken. Yeah. Yeah, so in terms of dumb timing, me. If I didn't hesitate, and I just full sent it, we would have a place, and I would have been happy in that place. Like it was, I like the energy in that unit. I know it's weird to say. I like the energy. It had what I needed, but it was very expensive because it was a 2-bedroom place. Yeah, I wasn't trying to look for a 2-bedroom, but all the like, yeah, I don't know. But it was kind of like scope creep because it was like, okay, I'm looking for 1-bedroom. Those get snatched up immediately. So I was like trying to find, so all that was left are just like more expensive 1-bedrooms. You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't need that either. But even all these like random 1-bedrooms, like they didn't have exactly what I want, and they're very expensive because it was higher square footage than I needed. And then, yeah. And so if I paid the $90 more on top of it, it would have been like, so it was going to be a lot. It was, I'm telling you now, it was like not cheap. That's why I was agonizing. I was like, this is a very big risk. I don't need that much space, but I don't know, I can't find the space I need for a smaller place. As a stream room. Well, ideally I want my setup by the kitchen so I don't have to move things around. That's what I know. Oh, rent, so expensive. We'll leave you, yeah. But I sometimes wonder, I was like, maybe because I hesitated. Like that's my fault. That's why like I've been like thinking a lot about my timing and my decisions because I hesitated. I missed all the things I knew I needed and wanted, and then so I was like, okay, now I have to be like scope creep, right? Expenses, and then I hesitated on that, and then now I have nothing. Thanks, Mooney. Thank you so much, T3. Welcome back. What's my timeline? Timeline for what? Hello. Hi, Mooney. I'm back. Yeah, we're at my old apartment. My lease is up actually, but I was explaining earlier that my leasing office is really nice. They gave me an extension to just hand in my keys. I just threw out the last few things in here, and I'm gonna turn in my keys today and say goodbye. So that ended up being a nightmare. That's true. You guys are right. I think I should just trust my gut more and then figure it out. But I think just like this year, I've just been a little bit beat up from like my decision making. So I think I've been like losing trust in my gut, I guess, because like of all the silly things that have happened this year, and I've been beating myself a little bit up on just like, oh my god, nothing really worked out the way I needed it to work out. No, we're gonna be on the streets, Mooney, but it's okay. We'll just have to be okay with being uncomfortable for a while and just making the most out of it. We have gone through worse, guys. We have gone through worse. We've been in worse situations. We've clawed our way out, and this isn't even the worst. It's just a weird limbo. It's just a weird transition period. That's all. Then use the gym for showers. Yeah, it's not too crazy. It's just I think it's just like I've gotten a little bit used to just being, I say like a princess, but I think just having a shower and like a place to like having a cute makeup vanity and a Dyson air wrap and like a closet with my clothes hanging is kind of nice. But now I'm just cramped. in the streets and sleeping on the floor because my mattress is stored away. I should show you a photo of me, like, yeah, like imagine showering. Let me see if I can show you guys. Did I delete it? Did I delete the... Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, guys, this was my living. That's my orange backpack that you guys hate on all the time. That's my little spot on the floor. I slept there for a few days in between things. Yeah, because I still had like it was just such a headache. It looks nice. Yeah, no, and then I was like, it's not bad. I have a floor. It was very hard though. I'm not gonna lie, my back hurt. Yeah. But then yeah, I was just like, I just had so many random loose things. I was spackling my walls, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fix things. I was like so tired because I didn't sleep I was like moving all day, a few days. I didn't sleep for like over 48 hours. I was delirious. And I think I was like starting to feel sick. I thought I was getting like a cold sore. So I like went out around, I don't know, like 5 a.m. to get some like supplements. Yeah. And like, I was like, oh heck no. But it was just like, I just needed to get it done. And like at the time I was like, my deadline was so soon. So I was like, oh my God, can I even do this? And then afterwards, I think my car was too full. Like I had no space and I was just like laying on the ground. And then eventually I just emailed the leasing agent. I was like, hey, I'm supposed to turn in my key today, but help. And then they're like, it's fine. I was like, oh. So blessed be my leasing office. They're really chill. Thank you for letting me have a few extra days to just clean up and stuff. I was just so tired. So I finally, I think the past day or so, I finally got like 8 hours of sleep. And then I had to like clear out my car and like rearrange things because I haphazardly threw things everywhere, and it was like things are teeter-tottering and like things weren't clean. It wasn't like, it's just like yeah, they don't really know me though. I don't really talk to my leasing. Yeah, no. So honestly, very blessed moments too. Like there are some really nice people out there that have helped me, and oh wait, I have another story I forgot to tell you guys. All right, last story, and then I think I'm gonna go because it's just so dark now. Last story. So I was touring apartments, right? And I had like back-to-back apartments, everything. I was like zooming around here and there, and I was like, okay, you know what? I have some time before my next apartment stay. My next like apartment, not stay, like my next apartment tour, right? So then I like found a cafe restaurant nearby, and I was like, okay, let me just like grab a quick bite to eat and whatever. And so I go in, and then like the person working looked like they were like a Gen Z kind of person. You know, like the Gen Z stare that people always talk about. So they're like, hi, how can I help you today? And I was like, hello, just, you know, look at the menu. I was like, oh, can I have a bread? I don't know what I said. I was like, oh, can I have like a sandwich or whatever, and this drink? And they're like, yeah, of course. And then like as he's like, you know, typing in on the cash register or whatever, and it's like yeah, oh, are you from around these parts and stuff like that? It's like, oh, are you Do you live in the neighborhood? And I was like, oh, me? No, actually, I was just in the neighborhood looking at apartments and stuff. So I'm just in between like an appointment, and so I decided to just stop in and check this out, and like, you know, grab a bite to eat and whatever, and all this and whatnot. And he's like still like giving me the Gen Z stare, and he's like, oh, okay. Well, I asked because, points to the side, we give a 10% discount to people who live in the neighborhood. And I was like, oh, that's why you're asking. Me giving him like the whole backstory. I was like, yeah, I mean, I might. Like, I was like, maybe I'll live in them. I don't know yet. I'm still looking at apartments and stuff like that. And he was just asking because he's like, yeah, we have a 10% discount. But I think my awkwardness kind of like disarmed him a little bit, because he's like, I'll just give you the 10% off. Yeah, no, he actually gave me the 10% off. And I was like, oh, thank you. No, because you know how people, that's like a question people ask, like, oh, like, you know, are you from the neighborhood or whatever? Like, they're like, you know, I was like, oh, yeah. And then, yeah. And he was actually really nice. He even gave me like a cookie afterwards. And he was like, this girl, she needs help. Right? No, that is really, I said, yeah, anytime. If you do end up in the neighborhood, like anytime, you know, like, my name's Bob. It's not Bob. It's like, my name's Bob, you know, let me know, like, I'll hook you up with some stuff. I was like, thank you, Bob. That's really nice of you. Maybe I'll end up in the neighborhood. Who knows? But I thought that was so funny, because that phrase is really common, is it not? Like, it's just like how you have a conversation with people, like a little like small talk. Like 10% off. Yeah. But I thought it was, I mean, I find the Gen Z stare so amusing. I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I can. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I don't know how to like not emote sometimes. So that's come here often. Oh my gosh, so funny. But anyway, I'll leave you guys on that. Sorry, the light from my phone is like blinding me, so I feel like it can't be amusing. I don't know, just like, it's just how do I like not emote? But no, I think it's like, I feel like it's really cool though, because they definitely feel stuff, right? But I notice it too. I also notice in the way they hug each other, which, I don't know. This is just something I feel like, well, I don't know if it's, maybe it's just an LA thing. Maybe this is an LA thing. It may not be a Gen Z thing. So, like, hugging people, next time, if you see like streamers or whichever, if you see like a greeting, like, hey, like a hug, notice how they hug. This is just an observation. I think I'm a decently observant person. All right. So they will side hug only, never front hug. Side hug, 3 to 4 pats on the back. That's it. I'm used to full-on hugs. Like, I'll just hug people to show my affection, because I don't like to use words. Just like a, but it's just like a, yeah, like I'll, and then I realize, but then other people will be like, it's like a very loose side hug. But that's like the greetings they do. It's like, it's not the hover hand, it's like the hover cheek. Yeah. But it's like girls would do it too. Like girls and guys, it doesn't matter. But I was like, that's really fascinating. My bad for front hugs. I will adapt. I will side hug from now on. Yeah, but they don't do that. They don't do that here. It's just the side hug with the 4 pats on the back. Like this. They go, hey, and then they're like, and then that's it. That's it. No touchy. And I was like, my bad. I won't touch you anymore. I will just. No, but it's like, I don't know if it's an LA thing, but there's something I was like, I hope they're not uncomfortable. I did not mean to. What's a full hug? No, it's just like you just like if you're friends, like you just wrap your arms and you just hug them, like front hug, like a normal. Like, I thought that was a normal hug, but maybe not. Maybe it's true. I don't know, but whatever. Just one of my observations. Good or it's not really good or bad. It's just like I was just like, oh, my bad. I don't know, but I don't know if you noticed, anyone in LA just noticed this, because it's just something I've noticed. I was like, oh, people don't do full on hugs here. It's just it's just with you. I honestly thought maybe it was me. I was like, am I making people uncomfortable? Like maybe I smell funny. That's what I'm saying. But I was like, oh, it's possible. My bad. My bad. I'm smelly. I mean, when I was moving, I did not shower for 3 days. I was like, I might stink. Yeah. I showered now. I'm fine now, but I'm telling you, when this whole thing happened, from the whole millennium thing, from the apartment hunting thing, from the packing and moving, from everything that was going on, and for my passive people, you guys know the other thing that was happening that we cannot name on stream. There's other stuff too that cannot be named. You guys know. It's been a lot. Like life is just, you know. Yeah. I just didn't even have time to shower. I was just like, ugh, it was just so gross. Yeah. But yeah. Life is a life. We'll be great. We'll be fine. It's just like the most random, like worst timing things. That's all I can say. Just from all these, I mean, yeah, because from all the stories, for all the stories I have. But I think I told you guys most of the stories of what has happened, all the funnies and all the random things. Life is life. Yeah, side hug moment. Mrs. Dale, thank you. I was always wondering how you guys were doing. I was like, they probably moved on to other streamers as I crash out. So it was really nice seeing you guys again. And I hope you guys enjoyed story time. No, me too. No, I hate it. Like, I'm such a germaphobe. So you know I'm going through the ringer when I'm sleeping on the floor and I haven't showered. Like, I felt so gross. But like, I was cleaning and like moving stuff. Like, it was just a hot mess. It was a hot mess. Oh, thank you. Today was cut off. Moving on this one. I know. I see you guys. I see the messages here and there. Showering overrated. Yeah, I'm just saving water. We're just being environmentally conscious. We don't have electricity anymore, so this is just the smell. And when for the vlog, no, it was me. It's not you. It's never you. If there's a stinky person, it's me. My bad. You were a gladiator before the sandals. Ooh, the sock option socks. To know you're alive. I know. I think I was just in the as we're all in the dark. I leave you guys in the dark again. Oh my god, there really is no light without my phone. Yeah, I've been blinding myself. You're right. I was thinking about this too. I was like, guys, what if I just disappear for a while and then like have the biggest comeback known to mankind? I have not gymmed properly in a month. Like, I maybe went to the gym 2 or 3 times. It's really sad. I haven't gymmed properly. I haven't like taken care of myself properly. And so I feel so gross. I feel so gross. But part of me just wants to like lock in and just like make the biggest comeback. Like I come back and my passport photo is gonna be so sexy. It's gonna be so sexy. It'll be like, oh my god, that jawline, even with that camera making your face oddly disproportionate. Ugh, snatched. Snatched. All your habits collapse. No, I know. I think, Greg, because I know you have like ADHD too. It's like once our tiny bit of structure disappears, everything. If anyone else is ADHD, you guys understand. If that one tiny bit of structure goes out the window, everything unravels. Because it's already so hard. It's already so hard if you have ADHD to have any system in place. Yeah. But you will find a way back to it. It's just very, very hard. Yeah. I know, derailing is so crazy, but I realize people who are a bit more neurotypical, they don't have that issue. They're just like, oh, just get back on the horse. I'm like, what? What do you mean, just get back on the horse? The horse has run very far away. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, like, oh my god, the passport pic is so ugly. But yes, the new passport picture, hopefully. You're lost. That's true. TBD. I'll try to make an appearance here and there. I think I just need a plan. I mean, maybe you guys can plan for me. Like, we just got to do something. We just need to stream something. I don't have obviously my PC's packed away, so it'll be like IRL stream stuff. We can have a nice little cute chats here and there and roam the streets somewhere or whichever. Yeah, I need 3 months to look for the horse. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll figure it out per usual. And can we stream the video? Yeah, true. You know what's sad though? Because okay, I think I mentioned this before. You know it's bad if I stop posting my thirst traps, because when I post my thirst traps, or I mean it's not really thirst trap, it's just me because I think I look good. All right. It's because like I know I've been at the gym and I know I've been eating well, like really healthy, and it's just like I was like, ooh, I have like, you know, my hard work paying off. Right now, no photos, please, no paparazzi, no vlogs, because I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. I don't like how I look right now. So the faster I can get back into a routine, the better. Yeah. So that's how you know it's a bit of a doom right now. So the beach, not gonna lie, I'm a bit, you know, more 10% discounts. Like next time they ask like, oh, do you live in the neighborhood? Like, yes, I do actually. Just say yes. We're just gonna say yes, we do. Hello. House, remember to drink water. Yeah, will. Go live or post though. Yeah, but I feel like I want to lead by example, but I'm definitely not the best example right now. Unless I make a comeback. Like I just lock myself at a gym for like a month. That could be content actually. And just do like the most, I mean, I don't want to actually do intense training. I feel like, what is like,
unsatisfactory. I must be a fat chunk.
what? No, that's not it, Thomas. Thank you so much for these stuff. It's just like I just know, like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm fine, but I'm not fine, you know. I feel like there hasn't been progress. We went the opposite way of progress, and that's going to happen when you don't regularly exercise and you are eating not really great. Because after I sold my kitchen island, I didn't really have access to my kitchen. 10K steps is great. Steps are actually really, really good for you. Yeah. So I'm just, I'm breaking out. I don't feel good. Yeah. Exercise for the endorphins, guys. it just helps so much. 14 kids. Cheat our way to the top of a Mr. Beast video. I still don't know what Mr. Beast does. Is very important. I know. I think obviously they always say like confidence should come from inside, but sometimes you need the external validation. And I just don't know. Like my strength is down, and I really know. So I'm not like beating myself up for it. I just know I'm not where I want to be at the moment. And honestly, I'm tired. I'm a little bit scared. I'll never be able to get back to where I am, but I'm gonna try. And it's summertime, and you know it's summertime. Yeah, looking good is part of feeling good. Like not being unshowered for 3 days probably helps. Like taking care of your skin, drinking water, or whichever. Yeah, trying. Yeah. Exercise plus nature. That's true. It's getting a little toasty though. And get somewhere better. Ooh, okay. I know, water, disgusting. Thank you. But I want to make like the comeback of a lifetime. I want to look so insane the next time I post on Instagram. You're like, oh my god. Oh my god. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think it'll be like, she looks alright. Look what. Oh no! Wait, I recently came across a TikTok. So again, you have to fact check me. But there's like something about like Red Bulls. Yeah. Like true, I can do. You do so well. Yeah, no, don't do it. I think there's like something in the energy drink that's not very good for you. As far as luckily, good or bad, because of logistics, I can no longer play League of Legends at the moment because my PC is away. Unless if I borrow a friend's PC as I go visit my friends, because my friends are gamers, I could just log into their PC. The sleepy energy drink. Oh no, not that one, the other one. Yeah. You reading comment like that? Leak after 10k subs. Okay, before, as I was like selling my stuff, I think the one thing I do want to get is a walking pad. I love walks. I do want to get a walking pad, obviously, once I have a place to put the walking pad. Once I have a place to, I think that's a good idea. I think it's just like a quick way. Oh, and I want, no, I don't want that. It's really ugly. I was like, I kind of want a pull-up bar, but they're so ugly, like to have one. But I want the pull-up bar that's also an ab machine for your abs, if that makes sense. The Wazda? No, I haven't. I don't think it'd be very good. If you find the quiet one? Yeah. I don't think they fit in an apartment, but you know the ones that, because I think they double as like a tricep dip thing. I'm not gonna do it for my tricep. Yeah, but the ones that you can like put your back against, so you can do your hanging leg raises. You went from flat to gold. Oh, emerald to gold. Oh no. But you don't have to use Wazda, right? But honestly, I think it's a practicing. Like once people understand how it works and you practice it, you'll probably climb better than most people. Just get a dip bar. Okay. But there's no back thing to it. You guys have to show me pictures. I think maybe we are talking about the same thing, but they still are big. Oh, I picked up someone from the streets. Yeah. I was like, hey, my place is extended if you need a place to just crash. I was like, I understand what you're going through. So, you know, if you need a place. They're like $50. Oh, okay. Oh, you switched back. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, feel free to message me. I'll probably try to find one whenever I have a place. No, we can't. We're not connected to this place anymore. Yeah, no, I moved out. I'm just handing in my keys. I could have handed it earlier, but I guess it's pretty chill here. Yeah, I'd probably look at Facebook Marketplace too once I have a place for sure. So yep. Anyway, the light from my phone is actually hurting my eyes. I don't think it's very good for me to keep holding it, but this is what my apartment looks like if I don't use my phone. Now it's now we will just sit in the dark. I think I prefer hanging abs. I think that's all I really need. I think that decline, like, I feel like not every place has a bench, like a decline bench, you know? I think hanging ab is a little bit more space efficient. Cable crunches are insane too, if you can do those. The form on cable crunches is a little harder for me to get exactly though. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, without the light, my vision is so blurry. Sorry guys. We're vampires, yeah. Locked character vibes. Do you see anything? Oh my god, it's very dark. You guys can't tell what I'm doing. You guys can't see. I could be putting I don't know what I could be doing. I could be saying something mean in sign language. I have a battery pack. Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. I thought you couldn't see anything, so I'm just like, okay. You know what? Never mind. Yeah. But yeah, what if I went on a temporary retirement? Like, here's the April Fool's joke. I know it's May, but imagine it was still April. Imagine it was still April. Hey guys, actually, we're not streaming anymore. It's I'm quitting. Sorry guys. Yeah, it's been a great time. It's been a long time, but in July, I need a little bit more time. How much time do you think it takes to like lock in? This is the oops. Hate those April Fool's. I don't really know what happens on April Fools. Well, thanks. It's been a time. 3 months, 4 to 5 months. How does this help with the skin? Yeah. No. It's just more. I mean, it's not technically a joke. I wouldn't mind locking in. I think sometimes every person might need a little bit to like reset, like whatever that timeline is. I don't really know what that timeline looks like because I've never actually stepped away like purposefully, if that makes sense. But I was like, okay, maybe I just need my own type of reset. Thanks for the sub.
Haven't heard the full stories, but you will pull through.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry. The VOD will be up, guys. The VOD will be up. But also, I think I should do something because I did pay a good amount of money to get the server up and running again. So we'll be running on server stuff. So I feel like I will have to keep streaming. Yeah. Thank you.
In case you don't come back.
In case I don't. Wow, thanks for the sub. In case I don't come back. And how you push yourself after that. That's true. Eating good. I know. Yeah, I mean, now's a good time to say goodbye. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't believe this person just sleeping this whole time. It started as a joke, but they actually fell asleep. Yeah. One step at a time, that's true. But I feel like, okay, do you think people really leave Twitch for good? Or do you think they always come back? I feel like a lot of people say they'll leave Twitch, but then they have like the biggest comeback, you know? A calendar? So thanks for the sub. Welcome back. Some move on. Really? Some do come back? Oh, that's a really like vanish? Like no goodbye. That's pure forever. Oh. Do you want to come back? I kind of would love one. I feel like I haven't made a splash. I want to come back with like the biggest arsenal of like content and stories and adventures and just like, yeah, I want to come back like transformed, but like both in like my technique, my storytelling, my streaming skills. I think I've just been feeling, I mean, with everything going on, I just feel like I want to level up my skills, if that makes sense. And I don't necessarily know how to achieve that, but that's something I think I've mentioned before in other streams is I want to be a better content creator. And I think sometimes to do that, I need to step away to like try to just lock in. Slowly drop off. Oh, does that make you guys scared that I'm following the same path of like leaving and then coming back? Now I can see. I know it's just the darkness. Twitch. Oh my god! Wow, vanished. Oh. I can never leave. Can't be missed. That's true. I need you guys to miss me more to grow muscles. Yeah, I gotta like work on my humor. I have to work on my storytelling. I have to work on my muscles, both my brain and my body. Real life is too important sometimes. That's true. Ooh, should we make the biggest prediction? Everyone pool their points and it's like, will I have a comeback or not? Definitely need a break from Twitch. To pre-made content so you come back hard. Yeah. It's still shadowy, just like right now, very shadowy. Once breaks the first time, it's easier the next time. Wasn't gonna be easy. Really? I don't think I would ever leave you guys without giving you guys like a reason or yeah, like a reason. To do this forever? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll just do it as long as possible. But I feel like maybe other people are feeling this too. But I just feel like I don't know how to become like next level. It's easy to keep doing this, like the same thing, kind of. But it's just, we just need to be better. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't feel good if I don't become better. And I think sometimes it takes like a temporary, I think sometimes it takes a little bit of like a temporary sacrifice for like the long term. So it's kind of like, I don't know, just better. I think like, oh yeah, the gas is so expensive. I just feel plateaued. Gentlemen don't matter. M word, aw. Best cliffhanger ever. This was a scam my dad was talking about. Do we want chaos? We do love the chaos, but I think we need to control the chaos. I think it's time to I think it's time to make the chaos work for us. Does that make sense? I think it's time that we control the chaos better. Like we allow the chaos, but we can control the chaos. I think that's what we've been missing. It's like, I think this time around, it really felt like the chaos like controlled me. And I hated feeling like that. Like I hated that so much. So I don't know what it is I need to work on, but I think that's what it is that I'm missing. Stop turning down movie and TV roles. But it is just the same. Exactly. A bouncing board? I don't know. No. I think too, because I think I also wasn't as inspired by stream, even because I think I told you guys, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this whole like Riz era of content. It's not what I like. It's not my niche. It's not anything that I kind of want to do. I think the only saving grace of streaming, and like it kind of sucks to see like the platform of Twitch that I really enjoyed being on. Like obviously there's always been like random things here and there, like, you know, with kick streaming and all this stuff, like there's all these just I feel like content has really been a bit stale, if that makes sense. So I felt like I was like, where are people going with this? Like it doesn't feel like fun. It doesn't like, even if I'm grinding, like I don't know what people are grinding for. It was just clip farming. It wasn't like original. It wasn't like, I mean, people are entertained, yeah, but I'm not really entertained by that. And I don't know. The only saving grace I think was like seeing clips of I think like Ludwig and Michael going through China. That was so funny. I saw some clips of that. Need to find your balance. I agree, but I actually think my whole thing of finding balance really sucked too, because I couldn't fully commit to one or the other. I've tried spreading myself so thin to the point where I end up just falling back on streaming because I could not push my other platforms well and consistently because I could not build the foundations for that. And I think I have the foundations for streaming. That's fine. That's like second nature to me. The issue is like all of my other skills for content, like my other platforms that I've neglected, and like also building that system of, which I think is just, it just takes time to do, which is something that the only reason I've learned to Twitch a little bit more and stream a little bit more is because I've streamed for years. Similarly, I think with like social media, filming, editing, it's just you gotta do it for some time. And I've never had the time to do that because I've always had to fall back on Twitch. So some parts of me, I'm just like, I think the best way I learn is that I always have to go 0 to 100. I think that's just like how my brain works. Like anything I do, anything I decide to pick up, I can pick up pretty well if I just 0 to 100 it. And then I just have to keep 100 until I burn out and die. But I will leave with many skills. After they're done with streaming, people either they make their own business or they start selling whatever they want to sell. A lot of people went into streaming, if I'm being honest, I don't think they came in with the idea they want to do streaming forever, which is smart because I don't think streaming is actually sustainable. Every streamer you're gonna meet, like a lot of people leave because you burn out. It's just not easy in its own way. It's just energy wise. You have to get your content elsewhere. But a lot of streamers are actually really talented. They have like their art, their music, their you know, whatever, their songs, their dancing, they have a lot of ideas that they like, maybe their product or whichever. I'm I don't have any of that. Sorry. I don't have a stuff for you guys. I can't sing, can't dance, can't DJ. I can't draw really well. So it's not really where I'm gonna be pivoting, guys. It's also, yeah, it feels like, I mean, obviously, and it's hard though, because you kind of do have to follow certain metas to still be, I think, a top contender sometimes. But I will say this, like, the chaos. Yeah, I think I just gotta like really grind it out. I know, I don't know, I don't know how to just do endurance. It just has never worked for me. I try to do endurance and then it just crumbles. Whenever I do like the endurance kind of things, where I'm just like, okay, long term, just steadily chip away at it, I feel like it's just never ending and it just lingers for so long that I end up never finishing it. So I almost have to sprint it. I almost have to like force myself to just and then get it out of the way, or else like it's just left in the background. I'm just like kind of funny. I don't know if like comedian is exactly where I want to go. I don't know. I mean, I think people usually come in with the idea that they want to do that. I don't think I'm trying to become like the next K-pop star or anything. I actually don't really like the stage that much. It gives me a tiny bit of anxiety. It gives me a tiny bit of anxiety. But yeah, I'm just here to like yap about my mental breakdowns. And I don't even like gaming that much, except for League. That's just like the one thing, but that's just for me to turn my brain off and go QWER, QWER, QWER. Oh, thank you. My painting. Type of storytelling, both. I feel like I do not get to the point, and I laugh at my own jokes, guys. when you're on like TikTok and you have to film your story and you have to have like a hook, so you make sure people listen to your story. Like here, you guys are my captive audience. You guys have to listen to me. But then on TikTok and stuff, people don't know you. And then I'm like, hey guys, today I went outside. And then people scroll away. So I gotta like not laugh at my own jokes. And make amazing skins. I can't help it. I think they're so funny. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I mean, we all know. I think we all know when we're like scrolling through TikTok, the way they like tell stories and stuff is different. In the dark, yeah, I know. I do think I should head like out soon. It's just a wrap, guys. We're just wrapping up this chapter, and I think I cleared everything out. It's like I'm always so paranoid. Every single time I'm like moving or leaving a place, I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Always. I don't know what it is. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, but don't worry, this is not goodbye. I'm still thinking about it. I think it was like something that has been on my mind for a while, is that we don't want to be stagnant, because that's like the worst possible place you can be. And I think I've also been hesitating on investing in myself, hence this whole like, should I even get a better apartment for do I believe in my content and myself enough? And if I'm going to invest in that, like, can I, like, sometimes you have to sacrifice the things that you're comfortable with, which is like streaming. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I've never really fully been able to pull myself away from stream, and I don't want to. But I think more and more I'm realizing this is the whole like falling behind thing that I've been feeling, is like, if I don't really, really somehow build up skills in other areas, I think we will die sometimes. I really not like physically, but I sometimes fear like as a community and as a stream, we might go extinct. Do you guys? I don't think we should go extinct. I think we're gonna have to throw some balls around. Actually, maybe. Why am I throwing balls? Oh, speaking of balls. Sorry, this is really random. So there's a movie called Balls Up. Have you guys ever watched it? I don't even know how. It started auto-playing after I watched like after I watched this okay, like yeah, you're right. That's true. Oh, thank you. I should definitely work on skits probably. I had help on that though. I had the idea, but Adam really helped me write this, like figure out the script for it. I did not know how to script write. Like I just don't know how to like conversate. I was just like, this is the idea, like this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen. It's like, okay, you just gotta extend this, and they have to do this, and these are the shots you have to take. So yeah. I tried watching and going, oh, you guys have seen it? Have you guys seen the show, the movie Balls Up, I think it's called? So basically, it was like such a stupid movie, but it was like auto playing after I think I watched The Boys. I don't know. Script writing, I think I should. I think like you guys said, if you guys enjoy my stories here, imagine if I acted them out and had them forever on different platforms. So yeah, so the movie, like the Balls movie, I can't afford electricity. Please help me turn the power on. Blocks. Please send donos. The PayPal is open. Thank you. Come again. Yeah, so the movie Balls Up is about this person who invented a condom. I don't even know how to tell. They invented a condom that also goes over the balls for protection, right? Yes. And so I think it's supposed to be a comedy. And so they were gonna market it to the World Cup, because they're like, did you know the times that condom sales go up, the most times condom sales are purchased is during the World Cup, more than Valentine's Day, supposedly. I don't know if this is true, right? From just like germs and fluids, I don't know. Just anyway, because they're like, why just protect the pee-pee? Why not the balls, right? I don't know if it's a new movie. I don't know. Anyway, and like, I mean, I actually thought the way they wrote this was like, I think because I've been watching a lot more comedy. Recently, Kevin Hart came out with a series about finding the next comedian on Netflix. And so I think I feel like I've been subconsciously trying to pick up on the whole like storytelling and how to like tell a joke, if that makes sense. So the way they opened this movie, I was like, oh, that's the hook. Like, oh, that's how they get your attention. Like they're doing something, they're like dabbling into this kind of humor. So this has just been like my recent obsession, like of like humor and like understanding humor and like how to tell a joke, right? And hence a story. And I was like, oh my God, I have so many skills I'm lacking. Anyway, going back to the balls, right? Sorry, not to the balls. I mean, yes, the balls. So they start like advertising this thing, and they're like, we should sell it to the Brazilian team. They're playing against Argentina. They're in the World Cup, yada yada. So they sell it and they market it. And they're like, yes, we love it. And they're like, yes, the logo. There's like soccer balls on the ball part of the condom. And so the two salespeople, they're invited to the World Cup game, and they watch it, and then. You know what? I can't tell the story, but what happened was they ran onto the field and accidentally blocked the scoring goal from Brazil against Argentina. And based off of the rules, they had to reset the whole play. And so, yeah. And so they were like thrown into prison for one, interrupting the game, obviously. And they were going to be executed by the Brazilian government. Insert You should just watch the movie. I'm not going to tell this whole story. What? Really? Okay, I thought it was really funny because what was really funny was that they found so many ways to use this condom, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of brilliant. So after that, they escaped the prison and they got captured by the drug cartel, in which they were just like demonstrating how useful their condom. Oh, do you guys wait? No spoiler. Okay, if you don't want spoilers, look away. So the cartel captured them, and they were like, oh, but no, we're just condom sellers, you know. And they're like, oh my god, but look at our condoms. And so you know what they made them do? They're, because they sold drugs, they put all the packets. They're like, wait, this is actually really good because you can store more pouches than in a regular condom because of the extra sacks, right? And then they're like, well, we need to demonstrate. They're like, yeah, and this is like patented technology. It's actually really good. Like really like non-rippable, like super, I don't know, whatever, like whatever condoms are supposed to do. Like they're not supposed to break, right? They're not supposed to break. So then they're like, okay, but now you must swallow it. Because you guys know how drug mules work. Drug mules have to swallow, I don't know what they use actually, but they have to swallow it and then like poop it out later, right? And so then they're like, oh my god. So then they had to like swallow the condom. That's true. That is there. Yeah. So I was like, wait, that actually makes so much sense. I don't know if that's actually what they use to put drugs in. But then I was like, oh, why? That's actually such sick advertising, right? That's actually such insane advertising. I was like, wait, if it doesn't break in your body, that's genius marketing, right? So it doesn't break. They have to swallow it, and then then they go about their way. And then during this time, like the drug cartel gets attacked, right? So they're like, oh no. So then like they're running away, but they jump in the back of a getaway cargo van with a bunch of drugs in the back, right? But then as they're trying to get away, the car crashes, and so like puffs of powder go up everywhere. And this guy, he kind of like the people driving die, the people in the cartel die, but the American people survive, right? The American people survive. So you're like, oh my god, no. And then this other guy's like, oh my god, my knee got busted, right? And so the other guy's like, oh no, I have to fix it. So he like jams the knee back in and then pulls out another condom, right? And uses the condom that's super stretchy as a splint for his knee. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and then like, okay, we gotta find asylum in the next country. So they still start running through the Amazonian forest, I'm guessing because they're in Brazil, and they're like trying to make it out. Yeah, I was like, wait, this is actually insane advertising. And I was like, wait a second. I mean, obviously it's ridiculous, but if it doesn't break, you know. So he's just walking around with the condom tied around him with like the two dangly sacks in the front, and it doesn't break. And then eventually they're just like they're like, oh my god, I can't make it. Like, no way we can do this. Blah 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 blah. They're like, oh, we need to take more drugs to make it out. It's like, we don't know. We need the energy. And I was like, no, don't do more drugs. Use real life energy to like just power through. They're like, there's no way. We are lost in this forest. We have miles to go. We have no cell phone. Blah 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 blah. Right? So then they're like, wait. We do have more drugs. And then they look at they give each other a look. And they're like, we never speak about this. We go in our opposite corner. And then, you know what they do? They poop it out. And yes, it was not broken this whole time. Yeah, they poop it out, right? So as they poop it out, they poop it out. And then they look at it and they're like, wow, they're looking at the two condoms on the ground. And they're just like, I don't think I can do this. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. But they're like, strangely, it came out very clean. And the other guy was like, yeah, that's a patented technology. It's supposed to repel every single like dirt and like matter on it. This doesn't repel like every single thing on it. They're like, oh yeah. And I was like, wait, that's again, they tie so much. It's like this condom has been used for everything except for, you know, condom time. Right? So I was like, oh, they're really tying it in. They're like, oh yeah, this was like part of the technology. Like it's supposed to be clean. It's supposed to repel every single germ and stuff like that. Is it the same one? No, they have like many packs of it because they're selling it and they're like they're selling it and they're demonstrating it, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So but then they're like, yeah, we can't do it. But then an alligator pops out from nowhere and it eats the condoms of drugs and it goes and it starts like charging at them, but then it goes because its heart exploded from all the drugs. And they're like, oh my God, food. And so then they ate the gator. And then they're running away. Do you guys want to keep listening to this? Or maybe you guys should watch the movie. There's still a few. Oh yeah, I don't know, they referenced Cocaine Bear, but I don't know what that is. No, there's more to this movie. There's more to this movie. I'm not watching this. There's like details because I want to I don't know. But I was actually amused. I was like, huh, that's kind of really smart advertising. I was like, if there is a scam, like I don't really need this, but like this is like unbreakable. Like it holds so much. Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. So they reference that in the movie. They're like, have you seen Cocaine Bear? We gotta run. And then all of a sudden and then it dies, right? So then they're walking, right? And they come across, they're like, hey, who are you? They're like, oh, we're Americans. Like, are you guys Americans? It was like they're like, no, we're environmental. I mean, we were Americans, but we're environmentalists. We're like nature people. We want to save the Amazon forest, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wait, it's you guys. And they had a nickname because they're the two people who ran onto the field during the Brazilian World Cup. Thank you. Thanks for the 10 gifted. Thank you. Thank you. So they're like, oh, they're called Los Estúpidos. Like, oh my God, it's you guys, it's Los Estúpidos. And they're like, yeah, but it's just a game. We're so sorry. It's just a game. But if you guys are in South America, y'all know football is not just a game. It's not just a game. So, but then they're like, no, but we agree. They're like, there's real lives at stake. It's just a game, but they don't care about, the environment being destroyed, yada, yada, yada. And they're like, and the two condom sellers are like, yeah, you're right. And so like, don't worry, we'll take you under our wing and then we'll give you a raft. And so you can like get to the ocean and smuggle yourselves out back to the States. They're like, oh wow, thanks, right? So as they're like going, like hang out with this like more hippie environmental community, they're like, yeah, we're just trying to save, these like really special endangered species of gators. And they're like, anyone who messes with them, we kill them. They're like, the two guys are like, oh, and they're like, oh, what if it's like on accident or something? They're like, doesn't matter. Justice for the environment. And then they're like, but how do you guys track them? They're like, we have secret cameras throughout the whole forest. And so they're like, oh no, we gotta run. So anyway, so then they run and they get on a raft and they start like boating on the river, which turned into a waterfall. So the waterfall fell down. And then as they're going down this waterfall, right, they use the condoms again, but this time as a flotation device. So they blew up the condoms. And they put them like in little arm circle rings on them as they went down supposedly the largest waterfall in the world, supposedly. And they obviously make it to shore. Yeah. I was like, huh, so creative. All right. And then they make it and they were greeted. No, they're not reusing it. They have a bunch of new packs because they're selling this. Yeah, super realistic, right? And then they make it to shore, and then they're greeted with like an army, like a tank rolled up, and they're like, "Stop!" And, like, they're like, "Stop, please, no, it's just a game. It's just a game." They're like, "Oh my God, it's like the Los Estúpidos or whatever, right?" And then the tank people, they're like, "No, we're on your side," and they pull out the flag. They're like, "Shh." They're like, "Oh, Uruguay?" And they're like, No. This is the Argentinian flag. We have very similar flags. And I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. Anyway, but they're like, no, we were trying to save you this whole time. And then we tried to save you from the jail. Then the cartel, they're like, oh my God, it was you guys trying to attack the cartel. We thought it was a rival cartel and like all this stuff. And then we lost track of you because they're selling it. There's like packs of condoms. Anyway, they make a joke. They're like, yes. And then like, they're not los estúpidos. They're los genios. That really got to me. I don't know why that line. It's like they're like los genios, and so then they had like a statue built for them and everything, and then the end. And then they sold their condoms to the Argentinian government for 10 million. I don't know what the currency is. Yeah. They're like geniuses. So that's the movie. Thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna leave. In case you guys didn't want to watch the movie, here's a movie for you guys. But they found so many different ways to use this condom. Yeah. And it was just so random. I was like, I don't know why I watched it either, but but yeah, it went full circle, right? It went full circle. It was like a bit of like stupid humor, but it was also like silly, but also like it just, I don't know. I know they weren't fully entertained by all of my stories. Yes, not to, exactly. For bad movie recaps, you know what's crazy is that it wasn't the worst movie I've seen. It wasn't the worst movie I've seen. I was like, this is like stupid, but it's like just has enough in it where like, because it's so ridiculous, like, you know, it's going to be like the fact that they're selling a condom with balls, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just know it's going to be ridiculous. And like the humor is like very like, it's meant to be like very a little bit dry, and like it's like I don't know what to call it. Is it lowbrow? I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I was just like, oh, I see. Like, it wasn't, you know how like some movies when they try too hard and there's just too many plot holes. This wasn't. It didn't feel like it had plot holes because it is a plot hole. Like, yeah, it's like stupid funny, but the way they wrote the humor and like the situations they got themselves into, and then like of course like how they're forced, like I think the irony of like how in a way the condom was protection, right? Like I think that's like the poetic part of it, is like, oh, the condom is protection in so many more ways than one. Like Tropic Thunder, I don't know if I've ever watched that actually. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's like oh haha, like it's protection, but not in the way you expect it, and it saved their lives, but not in the way you expected. Maybe meth gator, I don't know. So that's why like I was just like, oh wait, I actually like the topic was like not exactly my cup of tea, but I was like, oh haha, you know. Yeah, but that's why it just like scratched my brain in the right way, even though I was like, oh, condoms, but whatever. It went on autoplay. I actually was taking a nap. I was watching The Boys, and then it went on autoplay, and it just started playing this, and then I was like, okay. And okay, you know what's crazy, guys, was that I was still napping while watching this movie. I have no idea how I watched a movie while sleeping. But this is me watching the movie in the background with my eyes closed. But that's like, when I binge watch things, that's actually, I'm usually doing other stuff. If I'm like playing League, or I'm cleaning, or I'm like napping, or I'm like maybe I'm editing stuff, I'm never fully looking at the screen. Yeah, I don't know how to, like, my ADHD does not allow me to do that. So it actually, like, some people I know, they need to watch a movie in full detail. Do you ever know this? Like, some of my friends, they're like, if they miss a part, they'll rewind it to like go back and be like, ooh, like they'll observe every little detail. I do not do that. Like, I'm just like, I get the gist. And then couldn't be, why that's definitely something you do, huh? But hey, like that's totally valid. Is movie talkers? Oh yeah. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't. I don't. When people talk during movies, I already don't have enough focus. So when they're talking, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's taking me out of the moment. But yeah, when I watch movies though, I still need a little bit of like, I need to keep myself busy in some way, whether it's like resting or doing something else. That watch movies silently? What? What do you mean watch movies silently? Yeah, no, I don't like to conversate during movies. I'll talk about it after, but not during. In fact, almost better. But yeah, like random, just like I'll pop up, be like, huh, that's happening right now. Oh, another condom thing. Okay. Oh, they're in Argentina. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't like. So anyway, I feel like I get the gist. There's probably small details in there that I did miss, but I think I caught majority, so that's true. Yeah, you'll never catch me asking questions. I'll figure it out. Like if I miss something and I don't get it, I'll just like keep watching and then basically like fill in the story myself. Like I think with enough context clues, you can kind of understand it. You only have 2 hours to tell a story, right? So if you're missing something, it's probably not that important. Think about it. You guys can hear the echo? Echo. Yeah, but then I do appreciate the people who actually concentrate on movies. They catch all these little details that I never would have gotten. Especially if you're someone like you're into like directing, and like I'll get so many cool facts from people. They'll be like, oh, they like color graded the scene this way, or that's why they opened, you know. Thanks for the sub. Thank you.
Rest up, take care.
Thank you.
Georgie March.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like they'll like explain like, oh, this is where the mood changes. Like this is why the music changed. This is like the turning point, and this is like why they shot this scene. And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. Like I could never, but that is really, really cool. I appreciate that kind of detail too. But I can tell you the plot summary in my own words. If you were to tell me about the color of anything, I don't know. I don't know what the color is. But the story, did you know the gator exploded with the the stuff, and they used the yeah. Requires second watches. Oh yeah, that's probably a bit more. Or her shoes. I don't know. But the condom was blue. The condom was blue. I can tell you that. Because, yeah. I think they were like making, yeah. Anyway. Why? I don't want to leave on a condom story. Like this is really random, but I just recently watched this while sleeping. So, and I thought it was just funny enough that it went like, you know, all the connecting points in the full circle. So, but anyway, watch the movie, I guess, and be amused, I guess. I mean, it's like, again, like not a very serious watch. So I like having non-serious. I didn't think it was gonna be good. That's why I kept it on in the background. Okay, wait. Okay, bad out of context. Bad. Okay, shift. End scene. Shift. Nothing more about that stuff. No more. So, yeah, have a great summer, guys. Great summer. Ooh, if you're going to EDC, be safe. Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. There's nothing. What's wrong? Summer's like the best season. I think summer is like the best season. Maybe spring. No, summer. I don't like fall. Fall just reminds me of going back to school and death. Because that's like when all the leaves are changing. Yeah. Summer is a time to be alive, and I'm gonna try doing that. But don't worry, I will be back. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think I streamed longer than I wanted to. People are probably wondering where I am. Oh, did you guys hear my neck crack? Insane. Nah, I'll be around. I'll be popping in. Oh, if you grew up, well, actually, yeah, you're kind of in the colder areas, but yeah, every single time it's like September-ish. That's like when the weather changes in the Northeast, and it just always sucked because I was like, oh man, summer vacation's over, and I have to go back to school, and then everything gets darker earlier, and I don't like the darkness, even though we're in the dark. Ooh, you guys heard that, right? That's how much stress I've been under. Yeah, but don't worry. I'll be back with stories. But I hope you guys have a better year than I'm having, and I hope you guys aren't struggling too much. I do think maybe we're all just going through, maybe sometimes I do wonder if we all go through like very similar transitional phases. You know, I don't really fully believe in the space stars and whatever, but sometimes I do feel like there's just something in the air that kind of drags us in very similar situations, like obviously very different but like slightly parallel, you know, like just like we all have something that like brings us together in the timeline, and it's just it's a little weird. I mean, not weird in a bad way, but like the coincidence, you know, coincidence, I think not, but maybe that's part of it. That's just part of us figuring out life one by one. Like no, but like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know, there's like so many planets returning or something, and I don't know what it is, but I do sometimes feel like there's like these just like little faded things, maybe, or maybe we just look for the coincidence ourselves and it just happens to be that there's something. Yeah, but perhaps it's the second half of the year. Maybe that's when we're gonna rise from the ashes, and yeah, most of us are human. That's true. Most of us are potentially human. Yeah, it's like first or second. This is nah, it's not. We're chilling. If anything, this is like non-depression, but this is blinding my face again, so I can't hold this up. It hurts my eyes too much. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad my stream setup works though. I'm very surprised that it does. Are you human? I don't know. Am I? Perhaps. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I like the dark. I like being able to see, but that the eyes, my eyes are getting blinded. Fourth quarter sports ball. You're right. We're gonna wait until the last quarter, and we're gonna have our biggest comeback. And you know what? I actually love a good comeback. I think for me, something I really like about sports, not that I know anything about sports balls, but I actually really like the underdogs. I really like underdogs, and I really, really love to see a comeback. Like, I think that makes it way more exciting than if you're just like evenly scoring in every quarter and you're like, okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Sure. I mean, I guess, but even though that is a better way, because you obviously don't want to be stressing fourth quarter, but yeah, maybe that's us, guys. Maybe we just got to get beat up a little bit more, and we're down 50 million points, and then that last quarter we have the comeback of a century, and that could be our story, you know? It would look like this. I feel like, well, if you were haunted by ghosts and that's me, at least you'd be entertained. Like, you'd be like, oh, I guess it's a pretty harmless ghost. She's just telling silly stories. And I don't have to pay for a subscription? That's crazy. Like an anime plot? Probably because it could be. And they definitely have. I've watched so many sports animes. I don't know. I've watched the football one. I've watched the tennis one. I've watched the chess one, the Go board one. I watched a little bit of the basketball. I could not finish that. Wait, actually, maybe that's it. In this economy, yeah, I know, for free. Of the dodgeball movie. Oh yeah. Oh, volleyball. I couldn't get into the volleyball one either. I don't know. I think my first sports ball one was Prince of Tennis. And I thought that was like, I was like, wow, those balls are like oh my god, the angles of the ball, like they're hitting the court. Like what do you mean it touches the net and then rolls over? And then the one it's like I'm calculating the velocity of the ball and like blah blah blah, the wind speed is going like this, blah 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 blah, and then and it's like I'm gonna spin it exactly at 30 degrees if I angle my wrist. And then it's like, oh, I see every move before he's going to make it, and blah blah. It's like, yeah, there's just it's so like I think there is something magical about the first time you experience something, because obviously it's really novel. So I was like, whoa, that's so cool that they're like calculating this, and he's just like, they're like hitting balls, and then they're like blah 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 blah, and they're winning these games, and now they are the underdogs, and there's like the championships. Oh, Space Jam. Oh yeah, Space Jam was great too. I did like Space Jam. And then afterwards it's also the same thing with football. Just like, I'm gonna do a barrel roll, and then like they think I'm gonna go left, but I'm gonna go right. It's like, I don't know. It's just, yeah. And then you're like, okay, this is all really ridiculous. But good stuff. Good stuff. All right, on that note, after we've talked about sports balls, Q4, all right, guys? Q4, at least a movie, maybe. I don't know if I ever really got into Slam Dunk. Puberty! Yeah, I think my stream from now on is just gonna be my inner dialogue of, guys, they think I'm gonna go left, but I'm gonna go right, and I'm gonna like, I've made all these calculations in my brain. They think, you know, they think I'm just gonna be. Yeah, no, thanks guys for watching. Okay, hopefully we start making up for our losses in Q3. Q2 is almost over, unfortunately. But Q3 and then Q4, we're gonna win the thing. We're gonna do the thing. Yeah. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully, if you're ramping up, remember, if you guys are winning in Q2, that means you're gonna lose. No, that's not true. If you guys are winning Q2, just know we're coming back. We're gonna take you on. We're gonna win Q4. So, you know, who's really winning? Yeah. We're gonna lock in. Right. All the good stuff. Yes. Okay, I will be around. Thank you so much for being here. Give it a follow. Check out the socials. Perhaps I will start posting again. I have been on a very, very long hiatus. For sure. Side hug. Pat. Okay, side hug. Pat. Goodbye, guys. Do you guys live in the neighborhood? 10% off. Okay. Bye. Oh, you can't even see me say bye. Toodaloo. Good night. 10% off. All right. Yeah, sorry. I have 6 of these, and and look, they're like
they're like a cute blue. It's like a very pale blue, like baby blue. Yeah, so you have to like, I don't know. Well, I didn't